What is up, guys? Welcome back. It has been, what, like 3 months? It feels like it's been 3 months since I've done another live stream. No, I did the Aniplex Fest thing. That was a stream that I did. I know that was the last one because my settings were still set to Twitch, so that would have been the last one. So I apologize. I just haven't really, one, I've been like super busy, but two, it's like I haven't been really motivated, unfortunately. So apparently it's time. It's time. But I hope you guys are doing all well. It's good to be able to finally sit here and chat with people besides text via Mystical Mondays and Discord and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna regret if I don't come back doing tier lists. Yeah, I guess, man, God, I'm sorry. Please don't. I was gonna say something. Don't say things. Shut up, Andrew. This isn't Mystical Mondays. We're not talking about that stuff. Oh man, what's up, Jerry? Hope you're doing well. Mace Windex, what's going? Jerry, what's going on? Fur, there's another one. You'll regret playing 60. The man god. I need to take off the man god off the emotes. Apparently, it needs to go. Mao Mao, best girl. She is amazing. We're not doing best girl right now though. That might be maybe next week. I'm not promising anything. I usually do like what 8 weeks in. I usually do the best girl. Get a minute, best. That would be Stardust Telepath, Sky. Hope you're doing well. Cheto, what's up? What's up, Do Halt? Late as always. Glad to see you. You're ready for this? I don't want to set your expectations too high. There is quite a bit to go through. I think there's like 41. Not all 70. There's a lot of boy band shows and boy band shows that I didn't watch. There's like 20 boy band shows. Yes. There's like 66 shows this season and 20 of them are boy bands. We didn't have a teleport sign, so it took us 3 years. I don't know what that is talking about. Never actually caught one of these live. Well, it's been a long time since I've done one, Madman, so it makes sense, so. Still rocking the goated shirt. Yes. Everybody got angry when I put the jacket on. I put the jacket on for like a lot of videos, actually. It started actually getting cold here. Like out of nowhere, suddenly it just gets cold. And I'm like, cool. I love cold. So I can wear the jacket. I like the jacket. It's comfy. It makes me feel comfy. This makes me feel comfy. But I only wear this because it's too hot. So yeah, and everybody got angry about the jacket. So I started wearing this under the jacket. That way nobody could complain. And they still get angry because the jacket's covering up the the Hawaiian shirt. I've cursed myself to have same shirt syndrome, I guess. So everybody's angry that I change it. So I'll keep it around. It's not going nowhere until, like, I don't know, maybe a fire burns it or something. How dare I stream during a Kaseki Bijo stream? I don't keep up with. I'm assume VTuber. I don't keep up with VTubers. Sorry. I actually like the jacket. I like it. It's like I don't know. It's like a heavy duty jacket. It's pretty comfy. I like it. I got it from my brother. It's supposed to be a 2X, but it's like I wear 2Xs. That thing's like a 4X. It feels like a 4X. So I don't know if maybe it's probably, since I got it from my brother, it's probably supposed to go over welding gear or something like that. I don't know. He did a lot of welding. Makes me look like a depressed Rudius. What does the jacket have anything to do with depressed Rudius? I guess like the robe thing. I don't know. Of course, I got plenty of people saying that I look like Rudius from the past, so I'm used to it. Who hated it? I don't know. I don't think anybody said they hated it. It's just like, what the heck? What's with the jacket? Where's the shirt? What happened to the Hawaiian shirt? I think it's just expectations. A new English generation? Another one. See, this is my problem, Adrian, with the VTuber thing. I have no problem with VTubers. I'm glad they're successful. All the credit to them. But it's like, they pop up like, well, isn't there like a new gen like every month? Or a new company? And you just go to each one of them and just sim for each one of them? Is that what you do, Adrian? I know you sim for him. Or you assume the hate. No, I just joke. Is really what it is. My Joe Goat. Helk slaps. I'm behind on Helk, unfortunately. We just love the shirt. The second reincarnation of him. Spoiler. That assumes that he has another reincarnation. Anyways, before we get into Mushoku stuff, yes, we have, like I said, 41, I think, total. I think it's 41 shows from the fall season, and I'm here to tell you which one's good or not, because y'all come here for my expertise. Let me move my keyboard. It makes me come for my mouse. There. So, I didn't really put it in any sort of order, and thank goodness we start off with Shield Hero, because I need to prune out people. I'm sure I can just get some people angry right off the bat and just kick them out of the the chat. I've watched 2 or 3 episodes of it so far, and it's not saying much to say that it's better than the second season, because the second season was not good. But I'm already running into the same issue that I had with the second season as we're getting to third season. And that is, I have a... It's solidifying more and more that I don't think this writer is good at antagonist characters. He's just not good at writing bad guys. And every time some sort of adversary pops up, I'm just like, just get back to Philo being cute, or Raftelia being jealous of Naofumi or something. Just get away from bad people. The bad people just don't really do much for me. Andrew gets mad when people say nothing burger. You made me say it. You suck. Patches. Timeout Patches, Adrian. I'm just joking. He would do it, though. Adrian always loves timing out people. I'll go B. I think it's doing good. I think Shield Hero is doing good. My mouth is smacking a lot. I must need water. They're like SAO villains. Exactly. Now, I was talking to somebody on Discord today, and they're like, I said there's, like, I hate the fact that the other heroes are so one note, and I hate that all the antagonist characters are so just crappy, rote. And they're like, well, that's a good thing. It makes it easier to write. And I'm like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Killer Whale Girl is new best girl. She was cool. I got a kick out of the fact that when she first showed her powers in the street, it's like, Naofumi goes, what? Magic? And it's like, Naofumi, why do you have to act so surprised? It's like, magic? What? It's so kind of dorky. His reaction to thing is just dumb. And I was a little bit disappointed in the Philo dance. I seen a couple people hyping up the Philo dance, and I got kind of excited. It was still good. A lot of emphasis on her feet. Apparently the animators really like Philo's feet, which makes sense because half the show is like low ground shots of her running across the ground. So I'm assuming somebody in production really likes feet, or at least Philo's feet. So yeah, the OP is a banger. I mean, it's I'm blanking on their name. They do like literally every one of the openings, plus Beast Tamer. Yeah, the Tortoise arc sucked. I did like that just for the fishing hero and her getting a katana. That was really cool. But yeah, Million Lives. I just watched this today. I got through 2 episodes. It's fine. It's fine. It's not my usual. Usually a lot of anything Idolmaster I instantly fall in love with. Million Lives is not doing it. It's not because it's CGI. The CGI is fine. It's not bad. And even the performances were really well done with the CGI, but the characters are so blah. The characters so far are extremely blah. The blondie right here, I forget what her name is because I literally just watched it. She's kind of funny because she constantly talks about how the producer is taking her out on a date. And he's like, whoa, that's not what I'm doing. What's up, Bungo? She's like the only thing that's fun. Like, this is just like stock Genki girl. Thankfully, the long-haired, black-haired girl is not your usual idol show where she's overly serious and thinks everybody's not taking it serious enough. So that's one plus. But The show so far is very, very blah. It's very blah so far. And I think it has a big problem with too many characters. It is probably going to have... I don't know if this back here is indication, but it looks like the OP shows like 30 girls. I don't know if they're just wanting to throw a bunch of side characters from Idolmaster into it. I didn't recognize anybody, but if they have that many characters, it's going to have a too many character syndrome where nobody gets enough attention. So it's probably not going to be good. Watched one a season of this Revenge thing I dropped. Did something interesting happen since then? Which Revenge one? The Berserk of Gluttony? I'll get to it whenever I get to it. It's okay. You're to make the kind of show, so yeah. Yeah, and I mean, they could end up being good characters. They could focus on these three, and maybe I'm just kind of assuming it's going to get bad. Goblin Slayer 2. Goblin. I really like Goblin Slayer. I didn't like the annoying, bratty mage dude for a while. Andrew, you should stop reading half the comments and getting confused. I have to get back into the mold. I was getting pretty good at being able to read chat and do this at the same time, but I apparently got to get used to it again. But no, Goblin Slayer is great still. Like I said, the mage I got kind of annoyed with. He was a little bit too much. But I really like the ending of this last episode I watched where, shoot, Orc Bull got a little bit, he got a little bit emotional. They showed a lot of emotion in Orc Bull this season, like a lot, which is kind of surprising. I read the manga that is his pre-story, and it felt like they were going to start getting into that, which would have been really cool to kind of shape that in there. I didn't recognize anything in the current arc in the manga series, but it's been so long since I was reading it that maybe I missed it, so. Enjoy the simplicity of Goblin Slayer. I really like the fact that it's not really simplistic. I mean, yes, you can probably get a very simplistic story out of it, but it's very tactical based. I mean, that's the same reason why I like, where is it? Faraway Paladin. Faraway Paladin's the same way. Like, the fights aren't just simply slash and boom booms. There's a lot of strategy to it. And now, granted, they don't do, like, a really good job of getting way deep into the strategy. They do a really good job of it. I think they put enough in there. Oh, we talk about Kingdom's Ruin? Oh. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Complexity of simplicity. I like that. That's like organized chaos, right? But no, I've been enjoying it. The production quality is... I think that's the biggest disappointment. Like, they are just really not pulling the show together most of the time. I mean, it could be worse. But it's kind of okay. I agree, Cheto. It's just kind of okay. Like, with how much detail they put into things like the Lizardmen, I give them a lot of credit. Because this Lizardman guy, like, for an animator to animate that's tough stuff. No, I don't have to Goodnight World in here. I haven't got a chance to check it out yet, so. Under Ninja. Yeah, Under Ninja. Let's talk about Under Ninja. I don't know. Under Ninja, I don't really know. I think on our podcast, I mentioned the idea that Under Ninja is kind of like... It's kind of like Odd Taxi, where it's kind of like all over the place, but somehow the stories come together so masterfully. Like, there's so many threads to the story that they're trying to tell at the same time. But at the same time, that's why I kind of hate it. It's like... There's so many timelines, and they keep jumping around so much, it's agitating. And then they'll go back and revisit old timelines, and just to give it a little bit more context, and then it ties back into the current timeline. It's just... It's kind of... The timestamps when you're watching a show, for me personally, doesn't really do anything for me. Like, you can throw a number up on the screen all the time, and it's not like I'm going to write down, oh yeah, that's when this was going on. Better write down the time. It probably works really well in a manga format. I can see timestamps working really well in a manga format, but not for a show that's constantly moving. Like, you can't stop it. Well, you can pause it, but... I don't know. It's just... it's all over the place. But like I said, I think it's a really good story if it weren't for the fact that it feels so jumbled. I don't know. I'm still not sure. Plus, like I kind of assumed when I first came into it, I think a lot of the enjoyment's going to be around like in the humor, and I don't really care for the humor too much. It's very, I don't know, what would be the description of the humor in that show? It's very adult but very dull. Like it's a perverted dullness in a lot of cases. Like, oh, he's wearing a bra. And the guy walks in. Or they're talking about how they stole the bra. Or the breast milk. That recent episode when they finally revealed that, I was like, I should have seen that coming. And the action's kind of very blah too. I don't know. I'm very mixed. I think it's gonna be a really good show to binge. Because like every week it just feels like nothing happens because they're all over the place. But maybe when it's bingeable, maybe it'll be like a lot better. And my favorite trope, she's not that bad. She's okay. She's very mellow. She's a very mellow drinker. She's a downer drinker. What are we gonna call it? Somebody that's like gets very down whenever they drink. They don't get hyper. He's so cool, yes. I just was like very off-put whenever they had the children running around. He's just like, "You want some milk?" And I'm like, "Oh, please stop." Oh, it was so bad. So bad. Yeah, the bathroom scene. That was a bit much. I don't think I've ever seen a bathroom like that. I've seen one similar to that, but I've never seen a bathroom that's literally an L shape like that. It's a very weird looking bathroom. Could sell that milk, yes. Stop. Just moving on. Excalibur, Demon Lord of Excalibur Academy, I think it's called. I turned you into a vampire queen, and your response is, "Can I still become a blade wielder?" You're dead, by the way. I just revived you as a queen vampire. Oh, can I still use a blade? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, really. The girls are nice in this show, to be honest. I have not gotten back to it since I watched it, or I watched the beginning of it. I think it was one of the early starters. I think I got to the point where they were just discovering that there's some stone underneath the city they're in, so I probably am like 3 episodes behind at this point. What I've watched so far, it's actually decent. I'm not off-put by it yet. It's another kind of like Shield Hero where the villains are just kind of blah. They're just like cackling bad dudes. I like the pigtail cannon girl, but it's I'm putting C. It's not that great. It's not bad though. It's enjoyable. It's probably gonna be one of those shows that kind of just you'll forget about after the season, but we'll see. I like the one where the man is a demon king because he's too friendly. He's like the demon king, but he's too friendly. C tier. I like the maid. I do like the maid. She's funny. Shows up with donuts. Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna fight for me on that one. Like, put it in S tier. What the hell are you doing? Unsubbing. Piggy Sekai. We got 50 people in the chat. What's up, guys? Thanks so much for joining the live stream. Piggy Sekai. I like how Roxy is above S. Is she? She is, yes. I really like this show. And I thought I was gonna hate it. But is it S? I'm gonna keep it high A for right now. I might put it in S, where she belongs. I do really like the Piggy Sekai. It is really good. It is very much so. It's so funny because was it called Butareba or something like that? Heat the Pig Liver. What's so great about the show is that it's one of those ones where I can tell somebody watch the first episode, and if you don't like it, don't watch it. Like, you get a sense of what it is in the first episode. Now, there is some hooks in the idea of that there is a dark element to the story, a very dark element to the story. Very dark element to the story. But what most of the show is the chemistry between the pig and the girl. And if you don't like that chemistry and that humor, it's got a pretty heavy twinge of perversion, but it doesn't really show anything. You're gonna enjoy it. Their chemistry is so good. Yeah, I want to adjust the story. Yeah, they've already pretty much thrown a lot on it here recently, and it's kind of where I was expecting it to go. Now they're trying to create like a light at the end of the tunnel, which is kind of interesting, but I still think it's I think it's going to be dark. But no, it's great because the Seiyu who does Kirito, he's nailing it. Like it is so him. It's like Aoyuki doing So Much Better, So What. Like his VA makes it. Why don't I like the VA? Because he's like, I watched a lot of shows that had him as the main character for a long time. I always call him Kirito because that was the first place that he kind of got big. But I just watched too many main character isekai and shows that he's the main character, and I got sick of him at some point. But I do like him whenever he's outside of his usual comfort zone. Like he's in cases like Pedigoose, or whatever he is in ReZero, and in this case right here where he's really out of his usual element, I really like him. But whenever he's a bog standard main character, I don't like him. And like I said, he makes this show. Like his voice is great. And Jess's voice is great too. She's super, super calm. The Piggy is cute, yeah. Wiggling his butt, wanting a spanking. It's good though. I like it. But yeah, we've only gotten like really one questionable shot of the entire series, so it's not like ecchi or anything. It's just ecchi in conversation. He is great at yeah. He was good in Attack on Titan too. Anyways, Miggy and Dolly. Miggy and Dolly. That's another question mark. Is that S tier? I think I'm going to do like Pig, and I'm going to leave it in A for now, and it might end up in S. But this is one of the ones I'm enjoying the most. Like, Miggy and Dolly is great. And yeah, it's a lot to do with the humor of it. It's super weird and creepy. It's kind of one of those shows that it's just the atmosphere it creates is so good. And it's way over the top. It's too weird for me. I fully understand. Like I said, my first impression, if you watch the first episode and it doesn't work, don't worry. I'm not gonna push it on anybody. It works for you, it doesn't. It works for me. S for great and respect. First episode was kind of creepy out, but these little future serial killers. The whole scene with the guy, the little boy, and they were playing the game with the punishment at the end of it, and then like they swap places. I'm like, are they gonna kill him? I mean, they were like this close to wanting to kill the parents. Like they thought the parents were trying to like shave their head or something like that. And they were gonna kill him or something, and it's like, I don't know. I don't trust them. They're just, again, it's that whole creepy aspect of like, is this show gonna get dark? It's weird like that. Might have to binge watch it with holding my ranking on it. I don't know. Yeah, I'll be curious if it's a bingeable show. But again, I watch Sakamoto-san pretty much weekly, so I don't even know if that would get old if it was a binge watch too. But the creator's really good at weird. So anyways, Rurouni Kenshin, I haven't really been keeping up on it. I kind of took a break mid-core, but it's a solid adaptation. Rie Takahashi is nailing it. But for me, like, because I've watched it so many times, it's not like it's doing anything new for me. But it's a really good adaptation. So, Faraway Paladin, I was kind of hoping that I'd watch another episode today. I've watched, I think, 2, maybe 3 episodes, and I don't really know where it's going to go next, other than just kind of protecting the city and this new prophecy that comes. They had this whole episode where they went to this academy just so they can get some books, and it's like, okay, that was weird. Some look into, like, God, I forgot his name, the mage, and the academy that he went to. I still think it's great. But just based on these first 2 episodes, I'm not really feeling this season so far. I'm gonna put it in B for now. I might bump it up once I've watched some more episodes and it gets to picking up. It looks a lot better visually. I mean, the first season wasn't bad visually, especially in the combat sequences, but it was like a very mellow show, and it seems like they've upped the quality a lot. Unlike another show that got a 2nd season, it didn't drop in quality. End up dropping it too many anime this season. There is a lot, and that's the struggle. That's like shows like this, Demon King at Academy, Excalibur. It's like, do I have enough time to watch this? It's not doing enough. Let's just throw Jujutsu Kaisen in S tier and keep going. Wano, you don't know me very well, do you? Yeah, I think it's like 66 shows, actually. I don't think we broke 70. Still a lot. 66, 70, what's the difference? No, Jujutsu Kaisen, I don't think Jujutsu Kaisen's mid. I'm just not like... I'm not into the story anymore. I don't think I've ever really been in the story, actually. So, like, I see a lot of really cool fights, but at the same time, I don't have a connection to the characters. That's the unfortunate thing that I have with it. I love Gojo. He's cool. I like the Salmon guy, but that's about it. Like, besides Gojo and Salmon, I don't really care about anybody in that show. Like, they could kill a character off, and I'd be like, shrug. I don't really care. High B, low A probably for me. I'm gonna put it like right underneath Faraway, maybe. I don't know. It might go up. We'll see where things go. Can't really get into the story, and see that's what I don't get. And it's like okay, question to all: do we have anybody in the chat that's like a hyper fan? Like, I would put it in S tier. If so, is it because of what is it because of? Is it a culmination of things? Is it just because the fights are amazing and the directing's amazing, which I can agree with you. The fights in the animation are amazing. Is it the character or stories? I want to know if it's the character or stories. I'm a hyper fan. Well, yeah, I know you because you said S tier. Is it anything to do with the characters and stories? Or is it just the production value? F luck when I don't care about the characters, I don't care about the anime. Yeah. Well, for me, it's like, if there's something visual to look at, I'm still gonna watch it. Manga's better if the fights are good. It's an A for me. I like the evil characters so much. I will agree, Lil D. I will agree. I do like their villains. Their villains are interesting. Not crazy interesting, but they're a lot more interesting than the main characters. JJK was more popular because of... Yeah, it is one of those things that it fed into the anime itself. That's why the anime did so well. Well, partly is because MAPPA, but yeah. But I mean, because like MAPPA did things like Hell's Paradise and stuff like that, but that didn't do that big. It was just Jujutsu Kaisen. Because it was already big. Yes and yes, manga readers, it's like fights and particular story beats. I can watch clips for that. Give it an A to me. It's been a lot more impactful at the moment in the season. Yeah, and I think the first arc they did was really solid, but then they started getting into the whole thing in Shibuya or whatever, and it like got into this whole thing where it was a bunch of people showing up and this big barrier, and everybody's talking about the barrier and how Gojo's inside the barrier and that they need to go into the barrier. And it's like, do we need to spend a whole episode on literally people walking into the barrier? It was like, am I missing something? Am I really missing something here? I mean, there's certain characters like Kindra Suda showing up, and I'm like, I'm hype. Like, I don't even know his name, I'm sorry. I hear Kindra Suda, and I call him Kindra Suda, I'm sorry. The Jujutsu Kaisen's Kindra Suda, that's his name for me. When he shows up, man, I was super hyped, but that's because I love Kindra Suda, and he wrecks stuff, so Yeah, that's the thing. Like, the whole thing with the fingers, they brought it up here recent. No joke. No joke. At some point in, like, 2 episodes ago, I don't remember, maybe an episode or 2 ago, they mentioned something to the effect, what was it? Who was talking? Somebody was talking about the fingers. That they can let him get possessed or something like that. They were talking about the significance of keeping him alive or not. And it was the bad guys that were talking. And I literally went, oh yeah, that's right. I had a moment where I was like, oh yeah, that's right. The whole thing about the fact that he has this demon inside of him and that it can awaken and that kind of stuff. And then it showed up in this recent fight in the bathroom, which was incredible again. They had him for a brief moment wake up and like respond to how weak he was. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. He's still in there. It's great. So. They were like, yeah, I heard about that. I wasn't really sure if that was like intentional. Yeah, Kenjiro Tsuda is always amazing. You got that right. Dang right. Yeah, that fight was great. I mean, the choreography, you knew what was happening on the screen. It's so easy for fights that are hand to hand for it to get completely lost in either it gets repetitive or it gets lost in what's actually happening. Like, for instance, and this is an extreme comparison here, but something like Cheat Skill. That show, it's really hard to get a sense of where people are, where they're at in the environment, who's next to who turns in what direction, who do they face whenever they turn a direction. I'm sorry, Earthly. But with that fight in the bathroom, you knew where the characters were at all times. Even if they rush around them or whatever, you know exactly where they're at. It takes an incredible amount of talent to keep the viewer constantly knowing what's happening in the room. Creativity and the powers and the power systems, in addition to the animation, in addition to the reveals, although the Shibuya arc had a slow start, I think it picks up. Okay, so I'm not bad in thinking that it was kind of a slow start. So that's a good thing. I guess that gives me some hope. But yeah, I do like a lot of the abilities. Like with the first season, I got super hyped over the fight with the guy's obsessed with wanting to know what kind of woman he liked. I forget what his name is. The woman that has the clap powers. That was a brilliant fight. Brilliant. And like I said, fish guy. Is his name Toto? Okay. I was not going to believe Earthly because I can see him saying something random, but at least somebody followed up. Helk is just like Kenshin. I haven't been keeping up with it since the new season started, but I really badly want to pick it back up. It got really slow going into the second core, so I'm hoping it starts to pick up again. But I really like Helk. I'll put high B right now until I get caught up. You were close. It's Helck. I'm sorry, no, you were way off. I was just trying to make you feel good. Helk is A tier, so underrated, being on a... Yeah, I mean, that and Dark Gathering right now, Sig has been kind of a struggle for me because they're like... Especially Dark Gathering is a show like every week I'm looking forward to. And I know nobody's watching it. Like, literally right with Halloween... The episode before Halloween was so freaking good. Like, Dark Gathering this week was so freaking unsettling. It was not even funny. I think it's like literally one of the darkest things I've watched in a long time. That story about that house was effed up. Like legit screwed up. Like, I'm trying to think of the last time I've watched an anime that has been that graphic. It's not graphic. I mean, it gets graphic, but it's not. It's very. What's the best way to put it? It's like at the edge there. Like, it's not gore, but it technically is. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, like I said, it shows corpses. It implies what happens. It shows split open stomachs. You know, organs all over the place, but it doesn't show it. It doesn't actually show somebody getting gutted and their guts coming out. But they'll show things like, yeah, like somebody plucking at his brainstem and stuff like that. It's super unsettling. or clawing at somebody's cut throat. But it's not, it is extremely unnerving. Yes, it is extremely unnerving. Is visceral a good word? I guess it could. It has got, yeah, and legit, Yayoi is literally, like, I think one of my favorite characters of anime. She is so freaking cool. My only problem, Dark Gathering, story, the directing, the suspense, the horror, the sound, the music, the adaptation is, like, incredible. The only negative I give it, well, there's two negatives. One is the yandere creepy pumpkin faces, which I wish the pumpkin faces would go away, because the pumpkin faces completely pull me out of the show. Like, legit, I'm absorbed in the show. Literally, my head is through the TV screen, and I'm screaming because it's in pain. Then the pumpkin faces come up on the screen, and I'm checked out. Like, it just yanks me out of the reality of the show, which is dumb. But no, the true, like, real negative I give it is, I wish the animation was there. Like, they do a lot with what they have, but there's a lot of sliding stills that I wish wasn't there. But it's still incredible. Like, there hasn't been something this good horror-wise. And I think the only thing, like, here recently was probably, what's the horror one with the girl that could see the ghost? I forget what the name of it was. That one was a good horror show. Higurashi. It's kind of pretty close to Higurashi in a lot of regards. Miracle-chan, yeah. I wish we get another season of Miracle-chan. Miracle-chan nailed the suspense. Really good. It's kind of it's very close to Miracle-chan in a lot of regards, except without the ecchi. Yeah, we need a second season of that so bad. But no, I love it. Yayoi is amazing. I cannot wait. That next week looks super good too. We got the return of somebody that's going to be pretty heavy, hopefully. Miracle-chan doesn't have it. I thought they were pretty close, like, when season 1 ended, because everybody was talking about that. How weird. Yeah, the latest episode was crazy, Harvey. It was like, oh, that is messed up so bad. Oh, is that the way that'll save us? Okay, all we gotta do is do this. Oh, thank you, Dad, for... No, come on, Dad, you have to get... Dad, I need this. And then the bathroom. Oh, that was so screwed up. Anyways, I'm moving on. This show is so messed up. I love it. What a great episode for Halloween. Anyways, yeah, Saint's magic power is omnipotent. I'm not feeling this season so much. I love it, though. I really love Saint's magic power, but it is not... Hasn't been doing too much this season. I mean, there is kind of a nudge happening right now that I think is kind of necessary. But I'm hoping it starts picking up. Not that Saint's magic powers has been like a high, heavy action or anything like that. It's usually very subtle. But I love the main character so much. she's great. Yeah, I'm put it in A for now. I'll put it in low A for now. Another season of Taku Elf. I would take another season of Taco Elf. I mean, there was a lot of it that I didn't care for, but I did enjoy it. It was super wholesome. Saint Magic Powers, omnipotent, great show, A tier. I agree, Cheto. Ragna Crimson. Say's not that interesting. I mean, what's interesting to you? She's a person. Elva VA kill that role. Definitely A. Or a 10 out of 10. Earthly, you only like Ragna Crimson because of the new character that showed up. I haven't been feeling Ragna, honestly. I got past... The first episode was okay. And then, like, every episode after that, I think I lose more and more interest, so... And to your point, I just wanted to point something out that's irrelevant. You know how it is. You gotta keep it rolling. I cannot get comfortable right now, apparently. That's why they lost me. I think Crimson was a little bit off-putting, but I don't mind so much I think it's another case of, like, bad villain characters. Ragna just feels like the bad guys are so dumb. They're too much. That's interesting. Saint Magic Power. Even my mom fell asleep. It's wholesome. I like it. The manga's better for Crimson. I can see that. Shangri-La. I'm gonna put it high B. Maybe low A. It's just fun. It's just a fun show. I really like it. S tier. Is it getting better? I haven't watched it since I got to the bunny part. It really did start strong. Started losing. The problem with Shangri-La is, and the reason why I put it in B is because I think it's fun, but I was already feeling that it's not gonna hold. And I'm getting a sense from a couple people in the chat right now that's the case. It's like it's gonna start. It's just it's good, but it's just kind of didn't seem like it had a hook. Andrew, you say there's dumb villains. Have you seen the IRL villains? Do you think they're not dumb? Have you seen the IRL villains? Do you think they're not dumb? Have I seen IRL villains? And they're not dumb? Have I seen Shiki? No, I bought it and I keep meaning to watch it. It's one of those ones where, like, I want to watch it every October and then I get busy. Fun show, great animations, nice music. It is super fun. The music is really great. I agree. I guess a source material bait show. No, see, my problem that I was kind of seeing with Shangri-La is I wasn't seeing chemistry, which is what I would assume is going to be the point of him not really grouping with people. He could group with people eventually. The bunny schools, but high B. Undead Unluck is super fun. I love it. Is it S? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I just have a lot of fun with it. It's like Shangri-La, but, like, it has the chemistry with it. So, yeah, the recent episode was kind of, for me, was rough. High A for me. Although Shiki actually thought it was better than thought it was going to be. Yeah, I'm one of the type that, like, I like a lot of things that a lot of people don't like. When it comes to stuff like that, like Another and stuff like that. Most people meme it, but I actually enjoyed it. So I figured Shiki would be right up my alley. Because it looks like it has a feel of that. Don't find myself interested in Undead for some reason. It's shown in S tier. Yeah, I guess. Also cutting her hair was in. At least it had a good story to it. At least it had a good story to it. That's the only reason that that I wasn't too upset. You're getting buffers? Okay, I'm not dropping frames, so it's not me. Sorry, Cheto. Lucky-chan is an A. Yeah, I was very happy to see Aoyuki, but and her performance in that was super good. I just hope that we get more. Unfortunately. Not into UU because I read a bit of the manga. Wasn't a fan. Yeah, I think the problem, Wano, is that it's not necessarily what's a shonen or what demographic it is. I don't really subscribe too much to the idea of, well, it's a shonen, so I don't enjoy it, or it's a shonen, so I'm going to really enjoy it. I think demographic labels are probably the worst thing to go by. So, whether it's in a shonen magazine or it's labeled shonen, I don't really care. Undead Unlock A for me. It's just fun. Like, these two are just so freaking fun. They absolutely sell the show. And like I said, Aoyuki's role in it was amazing too. Yeah, I don't... Like, it being in a shonen magazine doesn't really do anything for me. Did not expect to, like, I'm giving the Disgraced Noble Lady a rescue crash course. Is that next? I can always tell what's next because somebody started talking about it. Yeah, like the other day, not the other day, but like we had this ongoing discussion for some reason at some point. I think it was just because somebody kept bringing it up, but they were talking about the demographic for Mushoku Tensei, and it's like, you know, most of the time, like, the best example is shoujo. Shoujo is like the worst label ever because half the time it's not really shoujo, or they're trying to pull a different demographic while being in a shoujo magazine. And a lot of shows where I think they're shoujo, they're not shoujo, and it's like, I don't care anymore. I just watch like watch. So demographics are dumb to me. Disgraced Noble Lady, I really like this show. I think the main character makes it. At the same time, I'm struggling similar to Shangri-La, wondering if it's gonna hold. But it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. It's not a shoujo. You like Disgraced Noble Lady because it's not a shoujo? Can't put something complex like a show into one word. I write, Jamie. I mean, demographics do make sense. I guess my argument would be demographics is literally like it is a safe thing for parenting, but demographic labels are good for parents, and they're good for marketing. Demographics are for parents and for marketing. That's the only two people that should care about demographics, because a lot of people that are adults love Pokemon, and a lot of kids don't like Pokemon, but they want to read Mushoku Tensei. So demographics are for parents and marketing. You want to know what your kids are watching, and marketing wants to know who to target. Because while I do say that a kid will want to read Mushoku Tensei, or an adult will want to play with Pokemon, marketing knows the majority is going to be those kids or those adults for one or the other. So, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, that was a loose thing there is Pokemon. But there's a lot of people that will play Pokemon-like games, or they'll play kids' games, or they'll watch kids' shows. It doesn't necessarily have to be a nostalgia factor, but it can definitely push it. I mean, when I was a kid, I watched a lot of adult anime, and none of it was targeted to me. I just found it in the cartoon section, and Blockbuster didn't know what the hell it was, and I was like, hell yeah, anime, don't know what this is, let's go throw it in the player, and then we come to find out it's super violent and got like things all over the screen that shouldn't be there. Yeah. Yeah, Cheto, with marketing people, it's always about demographics, and then every now and then there'll be a thread that you can jump on. And those threads are basically where something outside of the norm happens, or for these days, it's viral, things going viral. Yeah, Ninja Scroll, that was one of them. La Blue Girl was in the kids section. What else? I think Battle Angel I found through rental services. What else they used to have in those areas? There was like a clump of them that were all from the same company. ADV or something like that. Yeah, Gundam was definitely there. VHS fam, where you at? I still have 3 VHSs. One Tenchi Muyo. I have Tenchi Muyo in Love. The Tenchi Muyo is the one that has the Pretty Sammy episode. Kiki's Delivery Service. A Dragon Ball VHS. I don't know what the hell it is. And Tenchi Muyo in Love. That's all the ones I have, though. The rest are gone. But when I started collecting, it was DVD era. That's why a lot of my stuff, like the Evangelion, is DVD. My era was DVD. Or at least when I got a job. Elfen Lied was a fun comedy. It was mostly comedy. That's the great thing about it. Ecchi comedy, and then randomly out of nowhere you see a character's head fly off or a kid's head fly off. VH and the Dave, Andrew blow the dust off of them. Yeah, I don't know. Hold on 1 second. I mean, they have covers. Oh my gosh, the top of it's got dust. That's for show. I don't know where my Kiki's at. It's probably in a drawer somewhere. I mean, they're not bad. Where's my here. Yeah, like that. Tenchimyo in love. This made me cry. This movie made me so cry. It's so good. I bawled out my eyes on this thing. Who was it? It was ADV. No, it was Pioneer. And then the Pretty Sammy. The Pretty Sammy episode. It's the only thing I could afford at the time. I just bought it because it had Pretty Sam. It had Sasami. Sasami's one of my favorite characters. Oh, this is a DVD. It's just a weird box. Never mind. The Dragon Ball was a DVD collection in a box. That's funny. You know what would be really cool? Like they do with like one of the cool things they do with music is they put them. Well, and there's a reason why. There's like a vintage section of music where they do. I threw it in the void. There's a bed over there. It's comfy. They do the vintage thing with music where they put them on vinyl. It'd be so cool to get like a. Which one was there? Was one that was really high quality. Was it Laserdisc? Wasn't Laserdisc like HD quality? Laserdisc failed because it was just too cumbersome, but it was a better tech, if I remember correctly. I'd love to get like a Laserdisc of like an anime, just to have it. They have to go find a Laserdisc player. Weren't those discs like I was young when we had a Laserdisc? We rented one, but they were like, if I remember correctly, they were huge. That'd be great to have a Laserdisc. Yeah, and that's a sad thing, because I think even HD DVD was better than Blu-ray, but Blu-ray was more accessible because PlayStation was cheaper. Yeah, they were huge. Was it record size? I thought it was bigger than records. Yeah, you had to flip them over. Yeah, we watched one movie on Laserdisc, and it was the was it Operation Dumbo or something like that, where they had to like escort that pig or the elephant through through Vietnam or something like that. Dumbo Drop? Was it Dumbo Drop? And yeah, it was funny having to flip. Anyways, back here. Chairman Empire. Yeah, that was the other thing is porn picked up on Blu-ray, so that's whatever prawn goes to, that's what wins usually. Anyways, Tier Moon Empire S. I'm pretty confident in putting an S tier so far. I don't know that it's actually going to get bad from here just because the main character's so good. Yeah, Desuwa. It's S for Desuwa. S for Desuwa. There, S Desuwa. Told you. Earthly's like, Earthly randomly says things in chat and then he says, told you later. Like, because he watches it before me. Joking. Now, he was right with Overtake. I will give him credit for Overtake because I probably would not have been enticed to go watch Overtake as quick as I did without Earthly not shutting up about it. But Tierman, I was going to watch anyways. Tierman so far is funny. Like the show, it's S. Agreed. There's no bad episodes. That's the thing. It's like no episodes. But the first episode was solid. The whole thing with Anna was great. And I even like the whole hospital segment. Maybe like the whole moment of first going to the academy was probably the only weak part, but it's still fun because she's so selfish. Like she's a character that you can have it just be nothing but her, and the other characters are insignificant because her internal chemistry is so good. Like she's just so much fun to watch. She could the characters on the side characters can be non-existent and it would still be good. Anyways, no, he didn't force me to watch. I was gonna watch everything eventually. It's just he got me to watch it earlier. Family Circumstances, I'm not really feeling it so far. I think Kaguya-sama, main girl, is a lot of fun. But I think for the most part, when I was watching it, the comedy was good, but it wasn't enough to really grab me. So I might go back to it at some point. Have a good one, Sloth. Thanks for dropping by. Hope you have a good night. Gotta get off the train. Watch me on the train talking about prawn and DVDs. So the... it's not bad. It's not bad. But very shrug for me. It's very shrug for me. Our dating story, or whatever it's called. I kind of recently have had a little bit of an issue. Is there an F tier? I mean, we could get one eventually, but not right now. I think it had a solid first episode, but like every episode after that, it kind of just lost me. It just feels very blah. The light novel for our dating story is way better. Yeah, you didn't really give me much positivity for the show. I mean, I was probably going to watch it just because it sounds like a train wreck, but at the same time, I don't know. It's kind of, again, one of those ones where you kind of struggle because there's so much stuff to watch. I might go back to it. I might watch one more episode for sure. It's going to get bad. But is it like Rent a Girlfriend bad, but actually entertaining, unlike Rent a Girlfriend? Or is it just bad? Oh, I dropped it. Where'd it go? This one's not going to be difficult. We all know where it's going. We all know where it's going. Frieren's going to be S tier, of course. Amazing animation. Amazing characters. Tomorrow. I'm so hyped for tomorrow. It's not even freaking funny. Tomorrow is going to be so freaking insane. Like, I watched part of the PV. I didn't want to watch it. But I glimpsed part of it. And I seen a massive axe-wielding character. And I've heard nothing but, like, crazy stuff coming out of the animators. That next episode is going to be legit insane. And I cannot wait. The dragon fight pretty much sold me that they're going to take a special care of all this stuff. Yeah, the art's amazing. I'm excited for it though. It's too good. It's literally like so far been a if Frieren stopped right now and he put aside it not being finished, what would it be rated? I'd probably give it a 10. I would probably at this point say probably 10. Like there's nothing that it's doing that's not good. Like I'd probably give it a 10 out of 10. Like I don't think there's anything of negative that I'm getting from the show so far. Like there's never been a weak episode. It works. Yeah, I can't wait to do my video on like I haven't even watched tomorrow's episode and I want to make a video on it. Timeless anime, we'll see. I mean, just by art alone, you can probably say easily going to be a timeless anime because it's literally what Frieren's doing right now is something that so few shows are doing from an art perspective, a directing perspective, that can be probably analyzed in the future. Yeah, it knows how to let a scene breathe, for sure. You just reminded me by saying tomorrow that Tomorrow X Tomorrow is doing an opening song for Solo Leveling. It's gonna be good for the teaser. I'm not believing that Solo Leveling exists until it comes out. Solo Leveling has become pretty much the next Kenkali, where I don't think it ever exists until it comes out. Girlfriend. I've only watched an episode. So I'm not really decided at this moment. So I'm gonna just put it and see. I do like, isn't this Ria Takahashi? I forget who this was. I think it's Ria Takahashi, right? She kind of became the focus, and I'm kind of interested in to see what they do with her, but it's not really grabbed me so far. Oh yeah, that's right, because we had the other episode had the sister. The scene with the sister was great. The scene with the sister was great. I do really love her sister. I've always liked the pigtail girl, but I love her sister. She was great. It's like, do the thing. She comes in there and starts like sitting on his lap and stuff like that. That was kind of funny. I don't know. I find the main character of girlfriend to be its selling point, because the side girls are all kind of just very, they're very one note. And the main character sort of has to carry it quite a bit, but his joke is sort of one note as well. It works. The chemistry works for sure. But I do find the main character to be a little bit repetitive at times. That's what I found with the first season. The first season, I loved certain parts. I loved it 50-50. Like, on one hand, I thought it was hilarious, but the other 50 was basically, yeah, I got that joke. So I'm hoping it spices up for season 2. We'll see, though. It's definitely junk food. But yeah, if you want a good girlfriend show, like, that's the thing. This is the problem that girlfriend has. Let's put these two side by side. The problem that girlfriend has right now is, in every respect, I think 100 Girlfriends destroys it. And it sucks to compare two shows, because I know that a lot of people will just say, why not both? Or they'll say, but I don't like 100 Girlfriends, I like girlfriend. But for me personally, it's like, I had no desire to go watch girlfriend because I'm getting everything and more from 100 Girlfriends. And again, you can watch both. There's no problem with watching both of them. But like, 100 Girlfriends has the comedy. It has the tropes. But it takes it like to a whole nother level. Plus, visually, girlfriend kind of looks off a lot. So I don't know. It's one of those things that's kind of hurting girlfriend for me right now. But that's just me. Like I said, why not both is an easy argument. Yeah, 100 Girlfriend. I'm just jumping ahead. We'll just throw 100 Girlfriend up there. We all know it's gonna go up in the S tier. Let's just throw it up in S tier now. I love it. I think that every episode has been fantastic. It has some. 100 Girlfriend does have some lulling points, and that's usually when he over explains the dumb game he wants to play. That's probably the only weakest point. Like, the whole explanation of how they're going to do the kiss thing was like, please, we did not have to spend like what felt like 3 minutes talking about how we're going to do this kissing thing. So, it's funny. God, I am like super dry mouth today. I'm sorry if that sounds bad on the mic. Stay hydrated, folks. 100 Girlfriend's next episode's hype. The only thing that's probably gonna kill the show for me is if Komi-san's a bad character. I'm afraid of Komi-san. Don't ask me why. I'm afraid of Komi-san girl right here. We'll see. I had VHS, but just copies I made from VHS video. That was the coolest thing back then. I mean, you could do that these days, but like, that was the coolest thing back then. Is you just like, you brought it home and your friend had like this VHS to VHS copier, or what we did is we had a camcorder that recorded on VHS, and you could play from the camcorder to video audio to the VHS player, and then you could record it. So it was so easy to rip VHSs, but they were always crappy because you had the stupid lines. Small, fluffy, silent girls are dangerous. She's like on another level. Galgun is a great game. I can't recommend to anyone. Galgun is great. Galgun is very great. Yeah, the VHS, the degradation stuff was sucky. Shy Des. Oh, this one hurts. This one really does hurt for me. I'm gonna put Shy in C. It's just not doing anything. I keep watching it, but I'm not getting anything out of it, unfortunately. Like, it is just not doing it. Yeah, and I don't really want more action, Cheto. I mean, I could probably do with less action. It just I want the characters to be a little bit more. I don't know. It's just not working. And I want it. I want to love it so bad. She is so freaking cute. Like when I do my best girl tier list, Shia's gonna go up there. I think she's super cute. Pepesha is whatever is like stealing the show. But yeah, the cover art's great. The artwork's great. Like everything's great about it, but it's like it's just the bad guy formula is just not there. The characters are not there. I don't know. Have I not run out of money by now since YouTube doesn't produce enough revenue? Do you have a side job? No, it's last 2 months have been really good. Where I live, cost of living's not that bad. So that's why I haven't fallen apart yet. It was getting hairy for a bit there, but we're getting it. Yeah, the Mushoku Tensei the Mushoku Tensei content when the anime was out was really good. So it's your guys' support that makes this happen, and we're getting there. Plus, I have Patreon and stuff like that. There's a lot of great people that are supporting the channel. Characters look great. The show, like, story is meh. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the nurse character, I liked her introduction. I don't know if there's much more of her after that. Yeah, Mushoku Mondays are doing really well. The anime was doing extremely was doing extremely well. So as long as I can make it to next Mushoku Tensei core, we're good. Because I'm sure the revenue will go back up once Mushoku Tensei comes. Because I've heard that January apparently is supposed to be a bad time for revenue. I couldn't tell last January because my revenue wasn't that great to begin with. But I'll be curious once the revenue goes back up, April hits, and Mushoku Tensei comes back. Should be good, so. Anyways, Stardust Telepath. I love the first episode. Really love the second episode. How far have I watched? I think I've watched 4 episodes. It had a really good start, but I'm not sure. The recent episode I watched wasn't that good. And it got me a little bit scared, but the first 2 episodes were fantastic. So I'm like a high B, low A, maybe right now. It's super cute. I think the Bocchi desk kind of mentality of the main character was great. I can't help but I want to protect smiles when it comes to that. See, for me, I just can't get into it. Not a drop hasn't wowed you. Wait, is she an alien or a runaway? I was convinced she's a runaway, but there was something. She has caught into things that she shouldn't through telepathy. So that's the only thing that's curious. It's like, I at first thought it was an aspect of her picking up on signals, or at least reading into her really well. But she has technically voiced things that were on her mind that you can't pick up through body language. But actually, context. Not emotion, but context. She's picking up on context of a situation. So I don't know. Unless she, like, we find out later, oh no, I just read that you wrote that down or something like that. But I'm convinced that she's probably a runaway. It would be funny. It would be interesting to kind of go a twist on the idea that she's actually an alien, though. Truthfully, would be good to see light novel content type. Probably. Well, if I do ReZero next, that would probably be a good one, for sure. I would have a lot of fun, and I'd probably do that side by side as I read through ReZero. Would be to analyze the anime with it. I have a lot of fun doing it. It is very time consuming though. A girl and her dog. I'm never gonna escape. Yeah, I was gonna ask Adrian, how is he on? No, I have to do Ascendance because Adrian went off and read all of Ascendance of Bookworm for me, and so I'm gonna feel bad if I don't do Ascendance of Bookworm next. Unless he's reading ReZero. Should I make it? It's not that bad. I'm not going to make a trash tier for it, but it's not that bad. Yeah, that's the problem. Like I want to read Bookworm more than ReZero. I do want to read ReZero. I have them both. But obviously what would be better for the channel would be ReZero, because obviously it's more popular. But at the same time, I think the audience for A Sentence of Bookworm would probably be a better audience, because I have not seen good things out of the ReZero community. I have not seen good things out of the ReZero community. Yeah, Girl in a Guard Dog's kind of blah. I didn't really get anything out of that show, except for I do like her struggles that she was going through in the earlier episodes, but it's not doing anything for me. I'm gonna probably watch one more episode, because I just got to the part where she got thrown in a car. The controversy side of it doesn't bother me. They went haywire with the animation. I do like the take on the story. I won't judge. Yeah, I don't have a problem with the age gap, honestly. And I don't think it's a father-daughter thing either. It's definitely wasn't, unless the manga shows it differently. It didn't imply to me that it was a father-daughter relationship. I'm reading Bookworm light novel, and it's pretty fantastic. Oh, I love the anime. Like, the anime is literally up there as like a 10 out of 10 for me. I love the anime so much. So go for what you think. Yeah, I think in the end, it's going to go down to what I enjoy. I might just kind of throw caution in the wind and just do it. Just what I enjoy. Audience would be bigger ReZero, but do what you want to do. And there was another factor, is the fact that they are so close with her Fujin. That's another reason that I kind of do want to do ReZero. The show substantially was south. No, the funniest part that I got from Girl in a Guard Dog was that whole scene where she clonks the guy on the head with the watermelon. And, like, literally his hairstyle changes, and I'm like, what in the world? Sound when he dies, chills every time. It's not even age gap controversy. I don't like the art. Yeah, I like her design. I think it's very unique, but they can't keep her on model for nothing. The mouths weird me out. And he's like some kind of Tokyo Revengers reject, I'm guessing. Anyways. Berserk of Gluttony. I would put low C. It's fine. The characters are just so boring. Like, these characters are so boring. There is no chemistry in that show whatsoever. They literally have a shield hero mind character in it that just is dumb. The villains are dumb. I don't know. It's not working for me. The cute tan girl showed up for like 2 seconds and then left, and I got super mad. Sylvie Chris girl. Joking, glad I got the stream. What's up, Noah? Thanks so much for your continued support, man. I appreciate it. Noah's legit, like, Noah's legit carrying with Nicholas. They're both carrying Mashiko Mondays. Petro stopped by. Congratulations to Petro for actually finishing Shogun Roku Raku Shinju. Everybody, give Petro a round of applause. He finally did it. He's not going to get banned from the server. It only took me making an event saying that we'll ban him by the end of the year if he doesn't finish it before he watched it, but I'll still give credit where credit's due. Today's sponsor is brought to you by Otaku Water. Stay hydrated, folks. Dude, I am legit, like, super dry mouth today. I've never been this way before in my life, so hopefully I'm not dying. But thanks so much for the support, Petro. Really appreciate it. Edda's best girl, Sylphie, not top 10. Sorry, not sorry. Earthly. Well, I have to admit. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Gotta get serious here. That was extremely delayed. We have... Every time I go to talk, that goes off. I'm not sure if it's going off the same time for you guys. Anyways, we have to admit, Earthly did just do $10 more. So that does sort of prove Earthly feels that Edis is worth twice as much. That is not a bait. It's not a bait. Anyways, thanks guys for the support. I just realized like my screen over here is like super high. I didn't realize that. And I'm gonna mess up things trying to move it. I should not be messing with things on the stream. But this is driving me crazy now. There, it's better. No. There, it's better. Okay, stop. Leave it alone. Anyways, what were we doing? Wallet seismic. I'm just joking. Apple on sauce for the $10. The real goat is ReZero. Yes, I fully agree. Best papa, best bro. Well, I think ReZero's... God dang. You guys are going to get me into... I'm not going to say anything. I'm sorry. I'm not going to get into spoilers. Yes, ReZero's amazing. I'm going to shut up now. Noah, do you want to start this fight? Noah, stop. I was just joking. Noah, I was just joking. Oh, gosh. Noah, please stop. No, I was just joking. Thank you so much, though. Gonna ruin everything. But did you guys get charged? Oh, okay. My notifications are doubling up for some reason over here. Noah, thank you, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thanks again, Apple on sauce. I didn't mean to start a waifu war in here. In the future, wars will be waged not by resources, but insulting everyone's favorite fictional woman. I don't think anybody's insulting. They're just saying who they like. Well, I guess technically Earthly did technically throw some shade. No, Earthly just said it's not top 10. That's not saying that Sylphie's not 11, and that's good. There's a lot of really good characters in Mushoku Tensei. There's no shade being thrown. Earthly, you did not just do that. Is that a dono? Earthly? Is that a 111, Earthly? Did you mess up and put 111, or is that 11? You meant to do that? Earthly, you're crazy. Why would you do that? You should have at least done an insult in there. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. It's a fun number. God dang, dude. Okay, Noah, stop. No. Thanks so much, Earthly. That means a lot, dude. I appreciate it. Don't need to. He knows Edis, best girl deep down. Stop, dude. I'm moving on. I'm gonna move on. You guys are crazy. You guys are absolutely crazy. S tier. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. S tier. Patreon helps out, right? Yes, it's fine. S tier girl. I'm gonna go C. I'm not gonna dance around it. It's a solid M. What is M? Yeah, I'm not getting anything out of that show, honestly. Last episode I watched is when she finally got home. It didn't really do anything in there, and I was hoping that something would come of it. The only way that I can see it probably fixing is just having her leave with the father to do adventuring together, but I don't think it's going to do that, so... It's just not working for me. The main character girl is just doesn't have much to her. I think the guy's great. The Red Ogre's great, but I'm not getting anything out of the girl. Actually hit him M instead of... Okay. So, I was thinking like as an M rating for something that like, did I miss an episode and something crazy happening? And I'm getting tip for it. No, I'm not getting tip for a Masterful Stream. I'm getting tip because people are having a waifu war in the supers, which I'm not gonna be against, but anyways, yeah, I'm moving on from S. Dotaru, because I made people mad before with my discussions about that. So going on to the Yuri Otome game. It's better than S tier girl. I'll go with C as well on I'm in love with the villainess. I was struggling to remember the name of it. That's how much it's like completely losing my brain right now. And are secretly funding both sides of the waifu war. Defunding them is it would be defunding them because they're doing... Damn it. Noah, no. I blame Earthly. I blame Earthly. I think you literally made Noah have to go out and bust open the vault. Oh. Noah, you're nuts, dude. Thank you so much, Noah. I'm gonna have to like legit make an entire Sylphie stream, aren't I? Earthly's like, oh no, what have I done? I think Earthly's watched too many freaking VTuber streams. He knows what that does. No, Earthly, stop. You guys are crazy. I don't even know what to say. You guys are great. No. Donna, stop. Don't egg him on. I'm moving on. I'll never... Okay, I'm about to say Noah, please stop. I can't return that through there, but I could PayPal it back. But don't. Do not donate. That's not, you know, in your capability. I greatly appreciate it, but I don't want anybody doing anything that he can't do. No, I play too much gacha game for VTuber streams. I'm cutting into your next roles for the next banner. Anyways, no, I haven't caught up on Ancient Magnus Pride. I haven't seen the first part of the recent season, so. Fire Daigo. Thanks again, Noah. Noah legit is amazing. He's been literally a crazy supporter of the channel, and I can't say enough, man. Fire Daigo, though, I think it's fine, but at the same time, it has not really done much to click for me. I've only watched 2, maybe 3 episodes of it. I experienced the true VTuber. No, we do that in... Noah and Nicholas does that in the Mashuko Mondays when the gift memberships go crazy. That was my first experience with that. Give it points for realism. They do a really good job of it. I mean, there's some of it that feels like it's over dramatized, but they do definitely... They're doing a good job of the aspects of firefighting, which is technically what I wanted. It's just kind of failing a little bit on the characters themselves. But that's probably something that'll develop over time. I fully expect the characters to get a lot more going forward because of the writer involved with it. How many members is it up to? I don't know. I know at some point we kind of like capped out and they stopped giving me emotes, which sucks, but it is what it is. Like, when I realized that it requires like so many members to get like just a emote to unlock, I'm glad they don't take away emotes. Once they're unlocked, you keep them. Well, it's just funny because for a while there, it was like everybody was just like, hey, how many more members till we get another emote? It was like, you guys don't have to become members just for emotes. They just wanted more Mushoku Tensei emotes. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. We're at 80. I love the rat emote. I hate it, but I need to get rid of it. But like I said last time, the rat technically did nothing wrong. Holy crap. To get the next emote, 25 members. That is nuts. Their emote system sucks. Like, legit, their emote system sucks. Anyways, moving on. Armor Core 6 best mecha anime of the season. Dude, I need to play Armor Core so bad. Ark Knights is legit gonna be S tier. I freaking love Ark Knights. I can't get enough of it. This season has been... I'm trying to think. There's points in it where I really am wishing they would put a little bit more budget in the animation, but at the same time, it keeps hitting with the directing and the story itself, getting into Shin and all that kind of stuff. I've been loving it. Dang it, Earthly! Earthly, stop! Peace between factions. Man God said to do this, or I'll regret it. You guys are fun. You guys are gonna get me emotional now. Peace between factions, man. You guys suck. Yeah, Ark Knights is S tier. Shut up, Earthly. No, shut up. Anyways, thanks, Earthly. I'm changing subjects. I'm not gonna get into that. Yeah, I could go ahead and turn it into a JPEG. I can turn into a JPEG tuber. Hold on a second. I do have a JPEG tuber thingy. Where's she at? What happened to my girl? Oh, there she is. She's gone. Where's she at? There we go. There we go. Now I'm a JPEG tuber. Oh wait, hold on. I got there. I'm a JPEG tuber now. There we go. Now I can cry, and then nobody will have to see it. It's so much better. It's always, I'm sorry, PNG tuber. I apologize. Falsely labeled it. I don't know. Maybe my viewers will go up right now because I'm doing this. Yeah, I should do Roxy. Roxy would be much better. It is kind of hot. Am I hot? Yeah, I don't think JPEG would, because it wouldn't be transparent. Anyways, hold on. Joke dead. No, don't move me. Move her. No, don't move that. Dude, moving things in this thing sucks sometimes. Anyways, yes, thanks again, Earthly. That I really appreciate, man. That means so much to me. I might actually... Okay. I've been putting it off for a while now, but I think it's finally time that I buy my new microphone. I will finally buy my new microphone. I have to invest it, otherwise it's just all gonna get taxed anyways. Did I just get it more interesting? Shadow, bite me. Bite me, Shadow. I know you're joking. Anyways, where are we going? What are we doing next? What are we talking about? We were talking about Ark Knights. I love Ark Knights. Please go watch Ark Knights. It's amazing. Yeah. Just prove that Edis is equal to Sylphie. That's pretty much what you guys have done. That's true. We can stop. The waifu wars can stop now. Unless a Roxy person shows up, they can invest. But Edis and Sylphie, they've duked it out. It's all good. Is 100 Girlfriends that good? If you like harem shows with heart, yes. It's really good writing. It's got the tropes, it's got the harem setup, but it actually has good writing in there, which is very rare for harem shows, so. Art's the best gacha anime released by Far. Just because the adaptations of Fate Go is so jumbled, I will agree. I've been really loving Ark Knights as a gacha game adaptation. Super good. Roxy is shy. The goddess is shy. Roxy forever. See, that's the good thing about the fact that that Roxy's my favorite, is that the Edis and Sylphie fans can fight over between those two, and I'm good. I'm just on the sidelines going, I am legit Roxy on the sidelines as everybody's doing their things. I'm just on the side. Why don't I invest in a better computer than a mic? Because my computers work fine. I could get a capture card, that way my camera would be better. That'd be the only thing I can improve. But no, my computers work fine. Unless you're noticing something I'm not noticing. My laptop croaked the other day, but that's about it. No, please, new mic. Your mic kills me. the sound genius over there hates my mic. This show... It's not bad. It's not a bad show. It's just not for me. Like, it's not a bad show, but it's just not for me. Like, I acknowledge that. It's got a good chemistry. It feels off. And the mystery's not really there. Like, it's good. I don't know. Like, yeah, I think critically, I think it's probably a B. It's just, for me, it's a C. Just because it doesn't work for me in most cases. Get one with voice changing? I mean, I would do that in software side, wouldn't I? I mean, my soundboard does have, like, effects, but... I was rolling on the floor laughing last episode when the girlfriend said that she almost peed from lusting after the MC, and then the characters, you could... She'd almost pee. I think the mystery could be deeper. That's a lot of it, too. Like, a lot of it's really kind of, I laid next to him and figured it out. And then he literally tells some lady that protected herself against a stalker to go jump in a water, which was kind of... There's a side of me that's like, I don't really like the character because he nearly kills a lady for defending herself from a stalker. Now, she covered up the murder, but... it's not a murder. She covered up the killing, but still, he told her to kill herself because she protected herself. It's kind of bizarre. Spy Family. My second hot take of the stream. Putting an A. I still really enjoy it. I look forward to it every week. But it's never been really amazing since the first part of the first season. I'm gonna say B. Yeah, I was tempted to B, but I don't want to... It's not technically doing anything bad. I like the characters. It's fun. But it's just not doing anything. So yeah, I'm pretty much low A, high B. But I'm gonna put it in A. It's definitely a lot better than the second part of the first season. Is A a hot take? technically yes, because it's literally the most popular show of the season. It's literally the highest grossing show this season, probably by far for Crunchyroll. It's massive. People love it. Yeah, you're finally getting a moment this season was enough for me. Like, when I seen Yor actually doing her work, I lost it. Because that's literally all I've been asking for like a season now. Yeah, I think that's just the format of the stories, which is probably a good thing, Ajinta, is that they're probably short. They're based on chapter stories, and making them longer would just kind of drag them out. Yeah, popularity is not equal to quality. I'm just saying that my saying A would offend people because it's the most popular show and people love it to death. So, you can still say it's a bad show. Yeah, sure. 16-bit sensation. Another layer. I was massively in love with this show for the first 2 episodes, but the recent episode kind of bugged me. I'm probably thinking high B. If you asked me the first 2 episodes, I would say A. But like, this whole freaking PC98 stuff has gotten so old. Like, everything around this dude, I hate this dude. I like that his passion for that computing or that system is what she gravitates towards, but I didn't need a bunch of freaking episodes about him whining about having to progress to Windows. Yes, it was a hot topic back then. Like, yes, technically, transitions from different OSs is always a big deal, especially back then. But damn if I didn't need all that. I did not need all that crap. It just got so irritating so quick. Yeah, it was so funny because it like turned into this whole thing of like, well, just make it for both. We just spent like 2 episodes complaining about this, and it's like, let's just port it. Just port the damn thing, and we're all happy now. Now, granted, it's because he didn't want to port it. He didn't want to make anything Windows begin with, so I understand it. Whatever, anyways. But I think it's jumping around too much. I was really hoping that they would stay there. I was really hoping that it would get into like the whole process, have her be there. But they're having her jump around in time too much that I think that's what's kind of ruining it. It's not letting her kind of sit in the moment. Now, that could turn into a reason why they're doing that. But for now, it's like, it feels like it's jumping around way too much. That it doesn't feel like you're getting a engrossed story with her there. I'm really, honestly, I'm struggling with wondering what the heck they're actually going to do with the story overall at this point. Yeah, now it's kind of turning too much focus on the fact of what the mystery is, and that's unfortunate. So we'll see. We'll see though. I still love her. She's a lot of fun. I love the insights. I love the geeky retro thing. I love when he said, "Tell me the ports on the back of this computer." I'm like, I hate that I know them. When he pointed to the back of that computer and said, "Tell me what these ports are," I was like, oh no. I don't want to say that I know a lot of those ports. I think there was like 1 port that I didn't know what it was, but I think I pretty much knew all the ports. The mystery is the most least important part of the show. I would think so, yeah. I mean, it could turn. I mean, it could. The thing is that it's not a needed boomer. It's not a needed thing, but at the same time, it's not a. You hope that it nails it. You hope that it nails it. Well, I worked on computers for the longest time. People brought me some really old stuff. I wasn't really a computer person back then. Just I fixed a lot of them. We have 1 foot in the grave anyways. We're all dying. It just depends on how long we're actually gonna live. But yeah, I still love it though. I think it has a lot of nostalgia there. Sneeko, 2 days steak, stay strong, steak. 2-day streak. Stay strong, boys. I'm so sorry. I read that wrong. Thanks, Sneeko. I appreciate it. Ain't the truth. You know, the very first class I took, technical writer, was open up the PC and learn all the component parts names. Now, the funny thing is, when I first got a job doing tech support for a computer company, when I went in there, they legit wanted nobody to know anything about computers. And then their initial quiz was for us to learn, like, what a hard drive was. And what's this a picture of? It's a hard drive. And it felt so simple that I'm like, they don't want you to know anything coming to this place. It was crazy. No shave. No, I thought it was supposed to be you shave, or you have to shave at the end. I can't do that. I get way too scruffy. Computers need more ports again. No, everything's USB-C now, right? Vexations. If you asked me, like, in the first 2 episodes, I'd be struggling and want to put it in S. But the last 2 episodes brought it down for me. I don't like this show when it's serious. I really don't. The first 2 episodes just being dumb, ecchi, Yuri, idol vampire, I love. But the whole, like, death thing, I like her power and it had a good payoff, but at the same time, it didn't feel right. Like, when it got serious, it did not feel right. It's barely the second day and I got blue. Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. I completely did not know what you're talking about, Sneeko. Now it just dawned on me. I'm sorry. Yes. I appreciate it. I mean, legit first day of it, we had some interesting stuff in Eminence and Shadow. I was surprised that didn't bother anybody. I'm sorry. I made the joke on Twitter. I made the joke on X. I was about to say Twitter. I'm sorry. I said the joke on X. I know what you're talking about. It just... I'm streaming. I got streamer brain right now, all right? Things don't dawn on me all the time. Anyways. Thanks, Nico. Overtake. Now, just because... Earthly just criticized me, I'm putting Overtake in D. Eminence and Shadows on High Dive. Yeah, they had the first season, now they have the second season there. If you get a subscription at High Dive, make sure to watch Dark Gathering. Tell YouTube to refund it. Good luck contacting YouTube. Anyways, I'm joking. Overtake. F4 Racing. I don't think I'm committed to S yet. I know a guy. I don't think I'm committed for an S yet, but I do really like it. I think it's super good. Super good characters. I'll put it high A. As for costumes, I've just got to, I think I'm 2 episodes behind, maybe 1 episode. No, I'm only one. I think I'm only 1 episode behind. I need to get caught up though, but it's just got great characters. I think it's got a good setup too. The races are great. The music's fantastic. The only thing that would make it any better is if they had someone on Hiroyuki working on the music, but the person working on the music's really good, and their sound design's good too. The races are actually really hype. Yeah, I think Overtake is easily the... Yeah, I think Overtake is easily the biggest surprise for me this season. Now, granted, I didn't think that I was going to like Pig Liver. So that's a big shocker one. What else do we have? What else is a big shock? I'm enjoying Naughtiness a lot more than I thought I would. Yeah, I would say Overtake is probably the biggest surprise for me. Goff told you what to think about those. God, you sound like my brother. I was like, no, what was it? The one that my brother drives me the most nuts about is Mushoku Tensei. Because I was like a few days late on watching Mushoku, and Chris would not shut up about it. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. And I eventually watched it. And for the rest of that season, he would not shut up on the podcast about how he told me to go watch it. I'm like, of course I was gonna watch it. You just watched it first. Until he drives me nuts about it. It's great. It's like, yeah, the godfather of all isekais. I'm not gonna watch it, Chris. But no, Overtake's great. I highly suggest people checking it out. No, I have not watched MF Ghost. I was debating if I wanted to. The godfather of isekais is Bleach. No, it's Monster Rancher. The godfather of all isekai is Monster Rancher. Or would that be the father? I think Godfather is one that inspires it, whereas the father births it. So it would be Monster Rancher would be the father of isekai. We all know that everything came from Monster Rancher. Godfather is now and then here and there. I have not watched that one yet, unfortunately. One of these days. No, I think Monster Rancher predates both Digimon and Dot Hack. I don't know. We did a podcast on it at some point. We went back as far as we could. There's probably something further back there too. Now, yes, I do agree with people that Mushoku Tensei inspires pretty much everything. The certain key points. The unfortunate thing that comes from it is that most people copy but fail to hit on what makes Mushoku great. That's the sad part. No, he finished the web novel. He blitzed the YouTube videos that had all the whole web novel. Your brother Chris needs to stay on tune with some shows, nonetheless. I like podcasts, by the way. Yeah, he's trying. I think he got a little bit too much of a taste of being the normie, and now he's a slacker now. He can't get back out of the norminess. Yeah, I don't know if Monster Rancher was considered a trapped in game. I think that was technically just trapped in another world. So yeah, I think Dot Hack would be the one that kind of inspired the game aspect. But I mean, yeah, like way back in the day, there's tons of stuff. Conan and stuff like that. They're all isekais. It's hard to really say where it started at. Was Monster Rancher 999? I thought it was earlier than that. Because, yeah, even, like, Escaflowne would be before then. He is a normie. Anyways, Kingdoms of Ruin. I struggle with this show so freaking much. This is, like, probably the one that I struggle with the most out of everything. Yeah, I think this is the one that I struggle with the most out of everything. It is literally the Kingdom of Still Frames. We got into that city attack and it was like, holy crap, we're not animating. This has become a slideshow at this point. Okay, pros. I like the world. I think the world is super fascinating. I like the systems, super fascinating. Like the history. Super fascinating. The factions, the witches. Get a little bit sci-fi witches in there. Everything about the world is interesting. Main character, I understand, but here recently he doesn't make sense. So he kind of is wishy-washy for me. At times he makes a lot of sense. But at times he doesn't. I don't get where he gets to his conclusions. I hate the fake out deaths. If you guys have if you've ever followed me long enough, the podcast and everything, I hate fake outs. And this show feels like it is just oozing fake outs. Yeah, the animation is a struggle for me. So I guess my struggle right now is I don't know if it's necessarily doing anything that's intriguing me besides just the world and the mechanics. And I don't know that I'm going to like the main character at all. But it has a lot of potential. It has a massive amount of potential. I'll put it low A. It's a high B, low A for me. I think that's where I'm settling. I probably want to say high B. I'll go high. Whatever. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I'll just go with what I did first. Yeah, that's the problem. It's like I don't know that he's going to, because he's already kind of chilled out, and I think the other girl's gonna probably chill him out, depending on if it's gonna be her or not. Shangri-La is just a B to me. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. I just don't think it's an incredible show. It's a lot of fun. I just don't think it as a story is going to do much. Right ahead, light novel, it gets way darker. We'll see. On par with My Happy Marriage on budget? I don't know. I don't know what the budget differences are. The girl is important for sure. The teacher kind of gives me the vibes of Frieren's teacher. Forgot her name. Frieren's teacher, Flamme, or whatever her name is. Serial Parallel PS2. Yeah, don't remind me. VR MMO RPG it's BD. I don't care. I really don't care. I really did they kill anyways, VR MMO dude is dumb. Is there an easy way to look up an anime's budget? No. Typically those things are going to be non-disclosed. There was like there's like some rare cases where some of that stuff gets leaked out, but it's not common. They're not supposed to reveal that stuff. But yeah, the dude VR, it's just blah. It's just blah. Apothecary Diaries. It's not beating Frieren for me. But damn if it doesn't want to. But damn if it ain't trying to. It like come up here, it's going, hey Frieren, I know you have like a 4-episode lead on me. But I'm gonna go ahead and take no. Frieren's like, no, you ain't gonna take it from me. It wants to. I'm perfectly fine if it does, Ajinta. I'm perfectly happy to have a show dethrone Frieren. Because that means it's gonna be super good. But yeah, I'm loving the series so far. I think the only weak episode was, if you wanted to like twist it out of me, I would say probably episode 2, maybe. But like, it had a great opening. 3 was super emotional, and 4 gut punched me multiple times, dude. It's got chemistry. It's got Aoyuki. Mao Mao's fantastic. It's hitting on all cylinders. The music's incredible. Visually, it had me a little bit concerned at certain points, but it's still got it. Like visually, it's fantastic. Directing's amazing. Music's fantastic. Yeah, the vocals in that 3rd episode, just man, I was balling. It was super good. It needs more poison. Too much episodic stuff. Give me actually Ark and some actually mystery. I could see that. I would like it to build into something really good. I mean, I'm fine with it doing the way it's doing it right now, but I think a good arc would be great. But I don't need it though. Yeah, even for me, it's not going to be this year. For Otaku Spirit, we usually do the season ends, and both we're eating good. Like these are legit. We're watching these 2 amazing shows until April. We're watching these two amazing shows until April. I'm super happy with that, dude. That makes me super happy that we have 2 cores of these. Yeah, Raven and Inner Palace with science is great. That's a good way of putting it. Because Raven and Inner Palace gets very supernatural. You still like Dark Gathering more than both of them? Well, I know that you love Dark Gathering. Every time I watch Dark Gathering, I know to talk to Earthly about it because I know he's the only one that's watching it. Earthly's legit the only person I have to talk about Dark Gathering with. Anyways, Eminence and Shadow. Is Unluck going to core? Yeah? I forget. I forget if that was announced. Eminence and Shadow, so far this season, doing a lot better than the first season for me. It's had the last 2 episodes have been kind of wishy-washy for me. I enjoy it every week, though. I'm gonna go A. I think the first arc of this season was super good. I loved Mary, Claire. All that stuff was super awesome. Finally got Delta showing up, which was fantastic. I'm just not caring too much about a lot of the market stuff. I'm really hoping they let's move on from the marketing stuff. This stuff is just not doing it for me. I almost wish the vampire arc was longer. I almost wish that vampire arc was a little bit longer. I would have loved to have more Mary and God dang, what was the Blood Queen's name? Elizabeth or something like that. Thankfully, Shadow's a fun character. Moving on. Survived by potions. I don't remember how many episodes I watched of this. I think I watched 3. Yeah, we can always... That's why we have Vexations. If Eminence and Shadow's going to move on from the vampires that fast, but at least we have Vexations. But no, potions, I got to the point where she just showed that she's like literally like the Pied Piper walking around with a bunch of kids. And I'm curious where that'll take that one from where it will go from that point, but I've always been very mixed on this writer because I did not care for Make My Abilities Average in the Next Life. I loved 80,000 Gold with a burning passion. And this one kind of feels like it's in the middle. Like it's copying a bit too much of that whole thing where she has to constantly run into big key political figures every 2 seconds. But in this one, at least, she's trying to actively get away from it, even though she keeps messing with things to get involved again. And that's kind of getting annoying for me. I think the character herself is fun, even though she's not as great as the character from 80,000 Gold. So, like, from this creator, I'm in the middle area for her. Like, it's definitely nowhere near as good as 80,000 Gold. But it's trying to. I'm gonna put it high B. I hopefully get, like I said, it technically has opened up this new concept of, you know, helping up the kids and stuff like that and trying to create a network. So I'm hoping that stuff will be where it starts to really hit for me. But so far, just running into every political leader is kind of getting annoying. Yeah, I kind of want to go back and watch Average Abilities again just because I loved 80,000 so much that I hope that I can get that same feel of the... I like the main character in Average, but I seem to think I seem to remember I didn't care much for the overall show. It is a very similar formula, yes. Yeah, 80,000 was... That show was the main character. She was fantastic. Dr. Stone, Stun Wars. Stun Wars. I'm gonna put high A. I love it. I really enjoy Dr. Stone. This recent episode I watched, which I don't think is the recent episode, kind of frustrated me with some character logic, but I still love it. It's a lot of fun. It's the show that I, to this day, don't know why I love it so much. The geeky science show. I haven't even started this show. I don't even know why I have it in the list. I haven't even started this season yet, so I don't even know why that's in the list. I refer everybody's attention is it still good, Earthly? Is Death March Is the Bacano show still good? It's still an A. Okay, there you go. Earthly has stated it is an A. God App. Oh god, this is like Kingdom of Runes. I don't know. I'm gonna low B it. I don't, maybe even, I don't know. I want to like it. It's weird, but I know it's gonna be in the end probably not a good show, but I'm just fascinated by it. I think it's just weird. It hasn't done enough, I think, to hold on to that weirdness that I expect from Yoko Taro. But hopefully eventually they'll get into it, because like my initial impressions of the show was that, okay, it's a death game, but Yoko Taro is going to do something weird with it. And yeah, the first episode throws you off because, yeah, his wish to join a death game, to be a god, is not quite what you expect. But my hope was that the things around his karma powers and the powers of everybody around him were going to have some sort of interesting twist, but I haven't seen that yet. I really haven't seen that yet. Actually, they said they made Yoko Taro go back a few times to make it less weird. Like, they told Yoko Taro not to have the story be that weird or visually weird. Because if they told Yoko Taro to make the story less weird, they killed the show. Like, if they don't let Yoko Taro have his creative freedom, they're gonna neuter it, basically. Yeah, it looks fine. Visually, I think it's fine. I mean, there's times where it's a little bit stiff looking, but it's fine. Needs to have dragons and magic. And cyborgs with feelings. Or robots with feelings, I'm sorry. Oh, he's building too much for one season. Ah, that sucks. Yeah, because I can see him being... I can see Yoko Taro being one that you can't... I mean, it's even like with Nier. How do you put that show into one season? It's not possible. I can see him being the type that wants to kind of build into something. Returners is actually not bad. But my biggest caveat with this show is I don't want to recommend it to anybody because I don't think they're going to really tell much of a story in this time frame. The whole idea, it's a story about a guy going back in time after they finish the last boss and getting a second chance. It's got good characters and setup so far. The villains suck. Or at least the bad guys of the show so far suck. But it's got a good setup so far. But we're starting from school days. And I can see this probably being in this core of probably the story of him going through school, if anything. And so it's not going to tell the whole story of him building back up his party and going back and doing it right this time. Yeah, it's basically an RPG New Game Plus. They defeated the dragon. The dragon blows everybody up. The cast scrolls and do it again, but this time get better. Is PG free to a healer? I don't know that. I can't confirm nor deny that one. There's 2 redo of healers, so I'm guessing yes. One of these days I'll watch that show. Yuzuki family. Yuzuki family. Yeah, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Yuzuki family's great. without the OG violence. One of these days I'll watch. But for now, I'll refer to you guys. But no, Uzuki Family, I love it to death. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's legit something that's very personal for me for having two brothers actually. We're three brothers. We're one short of the Uzuki family, but I relate to everything happening in the show. Like, it all feels so personal to me, and all of it works. I love it. The characters are fantastic. The style is fantastic. The last episode was great with childhood friend and girlfriend. Oh, I need to watch it. I haven't watched the recent episode. You said translation was hotkey. Yes, they fixed the first episode. It was super bad, and they fixed it. Earthly gonna duke it out with Donna. My goofy boss. This one is... It's good. But it's kind of like the Tectic guy. It's like, it's just kind of, it's good, but at the same time, it's not for me. It's super wholesome. Like, it legit makes me smile watching it. But at the same time, a lot of the flair of it just feels like it's lost for me because it's so yaoi-ish. Is it labeled yaoi? I'm pretty sure it's labeled yaoi, isn't it? I don't think it goes yaoi, but I think it is. It's got that twinge. Wait, I'm confused. Didn't you say that you're another brother that you didn't talk to much? Yes, I mean, Chris is the one that's on the podcast all the time, and then we have another brother. So it's 3 total brothers. Me, Chris, Bobby. Not tagged for yaoi. How weird. I mean, like I said, I don't think it would be tagged for yaoi just because I don't think they're going to start French kissing on the show. But it's like that yaoi bait. It's basically yaoi bait. So, anyways. Yeah, undertones. It's thirsty. Yeah, the show is thirsty. You can't you can't deny the show's got a thirst there. It's got a thirst that it wants to feed. Rainy Protocol. What are people's feelings on Rainy Protocol? I'm curious if anybody's watching Rainy Protocol. What was the feelings on this show? Somebody validate or not validate me. Jojo does a lot of things. I don't even watch JoJo's, and I know that JoJo's does pretty much everything. Because everything is a reference to JoJo's. We have an easy D and a C. That's all the chat. That's all we have of everybody in the chat right now. That's the only people watching the show. Of 70 people, which, by the way, thanks for dropping by, 70 people. Of 70 people, only 2 people have watched this show. Waiting to binge. Yes, a sister must be protected. That's an easy. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for thanks for stating the obvious, Steve. Just guys, I'm asking about Rainy Protocol, Mercury. We're talking about Rainy Protocol. Focus. No, Rainy Protocol. It's not a bad show, but at the same time, I hate so much about it. It's a good show, but I hate so much about it. Does that make sense? Okay, the computer, this Rainy Protocol is what happens when you have, it's like a combination of it's like a combination of Hello Fellow Kids, that meme, and writers that are completely out of touch about what they're trying to cover. Like, and this could probably be one of those little actually moments. I mean, I'm not a big esports game, but I'm not a big person in esports. I'm not a big person in streaming. I'm not a big person in like a lot of things that it's covering. But I have enough knowledge in each one of them, and especially IT, that I could probably say a lot of it sounds stupid. And then you throw in the fact that it's got a very, very obvious love triangle they're already producing from the very get-go that I know is going to annoy the fire out of me, and I kind of just want to walk away now before it annoys me. It literally, like, from episode 2, question mark, they throw up, like, we're going to do that love triangle thing. And I'm not quite getting why the mom's so mad. I don't know why the mom's mad. I haven't figured out why the mom. They kind of played out this idea that he has like some massive trauma around gaming, and then at some point, as somebody mentioned earlier, they nothing burgered it, and then I thought, okay, maybe it's just all in his head. Maybe he made too much out of it, and then now it's suddenly a thing again, and I'm not sure why it's a thing again. Like it made it out like he. What my assumption early on was that he played games so much that something happened around his family. Like my assumption was because his sister was injured, that he was playing a game so much his sister fell in the bathtub or something, excuse me, and injured herself, and he was playing so much that he didn't hear her. And then when he finally discovered her, she has permanent spinal damage. That's literally how they portrayed his desire not to play games. And then we come to find out his father died, so he gave up games so that he could focus on supporting the family. That was legit all it was. It wasn't that he had a trauma around the game. It's that he gave up the games to be able to support the family because the father died. So I'm like, wow, that nothing burgered it. And now he's playing the game again, and the sister's happy about it because the sister knows that he enjoys it, but he's still working, so it's fine. But now the mom's mad that he's playing it, or at least the sister's wanting to show him clips of it. So I'm like, what is the malfunction in this family? like what's wrong with this family? Seriously. But no, like a lot of the stuff just doesn't make any sense. Like when they first had one guy show up and start to play the game, they started making comments on what he was doing in the game. And I'm like, you guys are literally an esports cafe that have been playing this game since you were kids, and he's doing things that you don't understand. Why are we commenting on what the character's doing in the game when you all know what he's doing? Yeah, the commentary's dumb. The systems, the character, the love triangle, obvious. Everything's annoying me. What is your damage? QB, what's up, dude? Welcome back as a member for 10 freaking months. Thank you so much, QB. Love the support. Hope you're doing well. Anyways, I mean, am I wrong? Did you get that too, Earthly? Is my analysis of the trauma correct? You see how some people were making it rain earlier? Yeah, they were literally trying to get me emotional, and I hate and love them for it at the same time. Good stuff. It was a waifu war. I'm sorry, it wasn't that. It's called, okay. So I'm not wrong in my understanding of that. It just doesn't make any sense. Anyways, Pluto. This is literally just like a review of Pluto because I'm done with it, but I'll put it in S. I don't have any reason not to put it in S. I think I could put it in A. I think I could put it in S. I was struggling with it. Like I kind of want to put it in A just because I feel like a good chunk of it is okay. Like, it didn't take until, like, halfway through the show where it finally takes off. Like, it starts good with, North 5 is his name? I think his name's North 5, right? North 5 and the old man was super good. And then it's, like, just... It's very blah. Until, like, somewhere around the halfway point. Easily episode 6. Episode 6 took off. But halfway to episode 6 is where it just kind of suddenly takes off. And it was amazing after that. But the first part's super slow, yeah. I seen a video Chibi made and said another anime destroyed by Netflix. Yeah. What's the meme? Yep, that's bait. Did I do that right? That's bait. Yeah, that would be bait. No, like legit. Legit. Netflix popping off. I mean, I don't say this often. I will give credit where credit is due. Netflix lately has been popping off. I mean, everything that Netflix has released recently has been, like, solid shows. Like, I can't even remember the last time we had a bad show on Netflix. They're doing a good job right now. I give them credit for what they're picking up right now. Yeah, their scheduling release sucks. There's no getting around the schedule releases. Yeah, I think what was the debacle last? Well, obviously with things around JoJo's, obviously giving them a lot of negativity. That's for sure. Yeah, but who watches Seven Deadly Sins anymore? who watches Seven Deadly Sins anymore, Jose? But no, like, shoot, what was that, the love one, shoot. Let me see. Anime on Netflix. Romantic Killers. Romantic Killer was amazing. Blue Period was amazing. What was the other recent ones they had? Cyberpunk Edge Runners. What else? I feel like there's some other recent ones that I'm forgetting. Oh, Vampire in the Garden. That was super good. Yeah, My Happy Marriage was on there. Rather than breaking my neck looking over here, I could probably do this over here. Yeah, My Happy Marriage was a fantastic one. I heard that Kotaro is a good one as well. They have a lot of good stuff right now. They've been doing really good. And like I said, I'll give credit where credit's due. They have definitely shaped up their actual offerings. Yeah, Reid Takahashi was fantastic at Romantic Killer. Yeah, I'm dropping a lot of stuff. I'm just saying they're decent shows. I'm done. Wow, I didn't even realize I finished. Too busy talking. I didn't realize I actually finished the list. Now let me see if I want to move some stuff around. Okay, so they're actually pretty even. Maybe I'm not gonna move anything. Should I move one thing up into S? Let's move one. What show in A should move to S? I'm thinking Pig Liver. Overtake. Dr. Stone. Vexations. Not Pig Liver. Velius, what's wrong with Pig Liver? Why are you anti-Pig Liver? You don't like Buta? Am I the only one that likes Pig Liver? I think it's fine the way it is. I like Dalahan. Thank you so much. That's the nicest thing I've heard today. Big Liver is fun. Kirito voice nailed it. Dr. Stone. Miggy and Dolly. Piggy or Miggy and Dolly? Piggy or Miggy and Dolly? I like that. Like it, just not S tier. Piggy or Miggy? All right, I'll side with it's a lot of it is Dr. Stone, but there is one take that I can agree with. Yeah, I'll do that. We'll do the overtake. I'll bump overtake. B to C, I don't think I have anything that I'd bump. This is even. This is good. I'm gonna bump down S rank Musume. I think the rest is good in here. Because a lot of the C category is stuff that I think are fine, but they're either not working or they could get repetitive, which is my assumptions, not necessarily something negative. Shangri-La is B. Are people mad about Shangri-La again? Are people mad about Shangri-La again? I mean, yeah, I'm fine with moving that up. Bump down Magic Sword Academy before S rank. I mean, you're not wrong. I just looked up Overtake, man. I am averse to sports. Yeah, but see, Overtake is kind of one of those shows where it's technically a sports show, but it's character focused. It's not so much about the sport. Even though they do technically like to talk about the F4 racers and the cars and all that kind of stuff. We don't have an F tier. I'm being very nice today. Yeah, it's not really bad shows this season. That's the difficulty that we're really going to face in this season, is that I wanted to drop a lot of shows this season because I don't think it's healthy to watch everything, because there's too many shows. This is only 41 on the screen right now. It's not healthy to watch all the shows that are out right now. So there's more that I want to drop, but everything has kind of potential, and that's the difficulty. Put my list on Twitter and see what happens. I get enough hate as it is. Most of the replies to it is gonna be, "What? Jujutsu Kaisen B? This guy's mid. This guy's picks are mid." That's gonna be most of the hatred is gonna be around Jujutsu Kaisen being in B. Because what most people, I like the people that watch my content. I love the folks in the chat. Love the folks in the Discord. People that come to my content, thankfully so far, have kind of cultivated a lot of really good people. But you get to like the general public, and everybody that sees this tier list sees that. So you like Faraway Paladin, Helk, 16-bit Sensation, Potions. You love all these shows more than Jujutsu Kaisen? Yeah. That's pretty much what everybody says. Yeah, plug Earthly. Thanks for the plug. Duhalt's heading out. You're always late, and you're always the first to leave. Take care, Duhalt. Hope you have a good night. Yeah, the Crotwe tweets are always the best. Helk is funny, except for when it stops being funny. You got a good point there. But no, I think it's a good list, though. The great thing is that, yeah, I went a whole tier list without making an F or trash tier. Honestly, I could watch all these shows to the end and probably be happy. It's just some are Some are better than others, so. Yeah, Hulk did kind of, especially with the backstory stuff, definitely did kind of get super serious. And I haven't gotten past the backstory stuff yet. Yeah, I only have 41 on the list. So there's like 66 shows in the season. Yeah, I haven't finished the backstory stuff, but I'm hoping it gets really picked up here soon. After Pee-wee almost got swallowed up with a monster, which one? The first one? Yeah, I'm just hoping it has a really solid punchline for Hulk with the serious stuff. I'm just happy that people are watching Hulk. Heck. Wish I could give Shield Hero another chance, but second season was so god-awful I won't give it. Yeah, I haven't got far enough into season 3 to say that it's worth picking it back up. But it is much better than season 2, but that's not saying much. Season 3 is a huge step up from season 2. It's just, that's okay. The better thing to say, okay, so my whole thing with Shield Hero is season 1, core 1 was good, and then season 1 core 2 came down. Then season 2 kept it plummeting down. And then season 3 is like trying to come up to probably about the point of season 1 core 1. So we're back to like the first part of the first season. That quality. Which is, it's good. Dead Mount Dead's Place is not on the list. That show is detailed and has 1 million characters and factions. It's wild. Yeah, that's legit the writer. Which has kind of been my complaint. I was actually thinking of waiting until maybe the full second part releases, and then go back and watch the whole thing, because I wasn't really connecting to it with the first part, and I'm thinking that's because, like, typical with this writer, like with da-da-da and stuff like that, is he has so many characters it takes time to kind of flesh them out. And da-da-da, I picked up on the characters very quickly, where this one I'm not as much, so it might need more time. Or just check out the manga, because apparently the manga has some, is uncensored. Whereas the anime is censored. It's not censored, it's just, it's redacting certain things that were in the manga, at least. Yeah, and the studio is not doing the most greatest job ever. It's not a great studio. Yeah, Durarara and Bakano are phenomenal, so I'm assuming at some point it's going to pick up. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that the writer is so good at having so many characters, because most shows that have a lot of characters just fall apart for me. Like, they're so scatterbrained, but this writer's really good at just a scattershot of characters. Now, not all of his characters, like, even with Durarara, not all of his characters have great stories and epic character moments, but they all, like, somehow fit into this big, massive puzzle. Like, Izaya, what is his name? Izaya, right? Like, Izaya, like, still goes down as one of my favorite characters of all time. I mean, just for the phone stepping on scene alone. You care about every character in Dead Mount, including the nerdy computer whiz guy. Like, you legit care about him? Did something happen in the last, like, 3 episodes? That guy is so freaking boring with his stupid little visor on all the time, talking about his old buddies from his crime days. Yeah. Okay. Fair point. He gets some character stuff. Okay, that's good. Yeah, he was like the least of the... He was like the biggest, like, nothing for me in the first part. Yeah, Frieren's melancholy and heartwarming fuzziness hits right. Dude, like, Frieren's amazing. I cannot wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be freaking amazing. It is Izaya? Okay. Sleepy Frieren is peak moe. Yeah, I just discovered today that a certain artist has picked up Frieren stuff, and I'm like... Yes. It was only a matter of time before like a lot of the really big artists started picking up on Frieren and start making art for it, and I just cannot wait. There's gonna be some great Frieren art coming soon. Y'all, dude, yeah, by the way, good way to plug it. Thank you for reminding me. For those that don't know, or maybe you just haven't visited the Discord in a long time and you've already been a part of it, the Discord is currently doing our, we're starting our anime of the year stuff now. So right now we're doing winter of 2023, and we're going to do like every week, we're going to do another category. So if you're not already, or if you've been away for a while, jump in the Discord. We have a anime awards section in there, so you can start dropping your stuff. So everybody go in there now. Even if you don't really use Discord, go in there now and go into that channel and post that your number one for winter is Onimai. That's all you have to do. I don't want you to do anything else. And if you're thinking about anything else besides one, don't join the Discord. If your best in winter is not Onimai, don't join the Discord. Thank you. We're talking about regular art. Both. Both paper. The thing that I discovered today was technically R18. I mean, it's not graphic, but yeah, Onimai is number one. Should be number one. Is that a threat? No, it's just a comment. You can take it as a threat. Maybe you detained. If you don't put Onimai, maybe. Yeah, if you do put Onimai as number one, I will put an emote reaction on it too. I'm doing that with everybody. Is it even still up? Are we still doing winter? Am I telling people to do something that's not, doesn't even matter? Yeah, we're still doing winter. Yeah, Earthly did not do Onimai as number one. And so I got Adrian to join me in basically publicly shaming him in a private message channel. But yeah, Onimai is amazing. Like I just went back to check a lot of the stuff with Onimai and grab some old clips and stuff like that. Trick or treat for Halloween, I posted a video of the trick or treat scene, which was still like super cute. But yeah, I miss Onimai. We need a second season. Shoot. Is it on Netflix? Are you kidding me? Is Onimai legit on Netflix right now? That's gotta be a lie. Somebody double check that. I think that's a lie. Chikuro Chito. No, it's Chico Chito. That's gotta be a lie. There's no way that. Yeah, which country is? I guess the good question mark there. Yeah, I can see Hong Kong. I can see Hong Kong. Okay. Just, I doubt North America. That would be funny though. That'd be amazing, actually. No, this isn't a story. Well, the thing is that the way they adapted it, they put way too much extra work into it to expand it into a story. So I can see them possibly doing it. Interspecies Reviewers Anime of the Year. I mean, if you watch it now, sure. I mean, it's an amazing show. I don't know. I haven't gotten a chance to actually continue reading on. I read a little bit further past the anime. So I don't know exactly how much more they would have. And they technically moved around a lot of stuff. So maybe... And they even skipped a lot of stuff. So there's even stuff in the previous chapters that they never did. Like they had a whole episode or a whole segment where he was playing an MMORPG, and they heard his voice over the comms, and everybody started freaking out because he was a female playing an MMORPG. There was a whole section where he was doing it was like a VTuber segment too. There was a moment where he lost his memories. I mean, there was a lot of chapters they skipped. So even if you go by chapter count, it's not a 1-for-1 adaptation. Yeah, for the longest time, I thought they were going to skip the onsen episode. And that really bugged me. But then they finally did it. All right, Cheto, take care, man. I'll be jumping off here in a minute, you know. But yeah, when they finally did the onsen and they kind of capped the entire season with it, it made perfect sense they did that. Which was funny because they had so many, and that was the other thing. There was so many previous chapters that were on the subject of him possibly changing back. And I kept wanting to talk about it because it was technically skipped. But I kept not talking about it. And then finally when the onsen episode came, I was like, holy crap, so they're finally going to do it. They just kept it for the very end. And so like the 3 segments where they have the question mark of him changing back is more skipped content they can actually do. Oh yeah, like I think every single scene that they adapted with that anime was far above the manga. Which is funny to have something like that where they took that manga and made it like a million times more than the actual the adaptation far exceeds the manga, which is funny in the wake of Mushoku Tensei for a lot of people not necessarily outdoing the light novel, which is more difficult. It's in a lot of respects, it's much more easier to outdo a manga than it is to outdo a light novel. Just because the manga could be sort of portrayed in the form of like storyboards. It's in some cases can lay out like a storyboard, whereas with the light novel, there's a lot of inner dialogue and stuff that just you can't do. The example I always give people is Higehiro with the final episode, I think, where he literally is inner dialoguing for like 5 minutes while everybody's staring at him. And it's like, yeah, the inner dialogue can't always kind of play out the way that it seems like in the light novel. Mushoku Tensei is pretty old. You think that would be a factor? Yeah, a lot of KyoAni stuff is technically not in line with the source material. They take a lot of creative liberties with KyoAni. But yeah, the director of Bocchi the Rock did a lot of creative liberties with that one. I hope he doesn't do that with Frieren. It's the same director, but he's kind of just showing it more and kind of expanding on each panel, which I think is good. Thanks to all the Mushoku Tensei skip content videos. You're like, hey, this is a lot of skip content. I better buy the light novels. Oh, I hope you enjoyed the videos. It just make you go, crap, I just gotta go read it. But thanks for the support. I'm glad you enjoy them. So I think Bocchi was meh. I don't think it is. I wasn't as hyper sold on as everybody else. Like me for that season, for fall, it was do it yourself. Like everybody was freaking out about Bocchi. I was loving do it yourself. But I do appreciate a lot of what Bocchi did. I just wasn't as heavy on as everybody else was. Yeah, do it yourself was incredible. But I think the director did some really cool stuff with Bocchi. I can't deny that. Yeah, why not both, man? Yeah, do it yourself did have really good directing. It just didn't have creative directing. Like that's the big thing there. Like Bocchi with like I forget what they're called, the stupid little the rotating optical illusion thing that he made. All that kind of stuff. Is it like a zoo something? It starts with a Z, I think it does. Doing all that kind of stuff. The crazy, the claymation stuff. All the little crazy little artistic stuff they did was something that accented it because it was a creative, artistic way of portraying the emotions of Bocchi without facial expressions just constantly changing. Zeotrope, yeah. I knew it started with a Z. Whereas Do It Yourself was just artistic and emotionally portrayed in a great way. A lot of very subtle Sakuga moments, which I personally really like. I love subtle Sakuga. That's why I like Dogakobo early on, is they were really good at having like these cute girls doing cute things shows where it's just like a lot of hair animations and stuff like that that bring the characters to life. And I felt like that was the case with Do It Yourself. Just subtle movements in the characters that constantly make them move and portray emotion. I'm super curious if Boats the Rock will. I want to throw a crazy theory here. I know it's not going to happen, but there's a side of me that almost wants to expect that Bocchi will not be on the Anime Awards, the Crunchyroll one, because of course I do it in fall to summer. Now, fans still love Bocchi, and they still stick on Bocchi. But there's a side of me that almost wonders if the judges forgot about it. I think I can see it at least getting in directing, but there's a side of me that wonders if it will be forgotten by the judges. I don't either, Dalahan. And I can probably see that being something I'd probably miss too. What else is in fall? Wasn't the first part of Did we have Attack on Titan in that season? Oh my gosh, sorry, bright mode, sorry everybody. Spy Family. Spy Family for sure will be in there. I'm sure Chainsaw Man's probably going to be an action if anything, but probably not an anime of the year. That's about the only thing I can see being in there. All this stuff is probably not going to be in there. No Ark Knights will be in there. Obviously, no Immoral Guild will be in there. I don't think Akiba Maid War will be in there. I don't think Mercury's going to be in there. Mercury maybe. Yeah, Mercury maybe. I'm sure Bocchi will be in the list. Mob Psycho maybe. Has Mob Psycho been in? Yeah, Mob Psycho's music's been in there for sure. Mob Psycho has been in Crunchyroll Awards before. Yeah, let's say Yasura's not going to be in there. Not enough people watched it. It was on High Dive. Should I be curious even Eminence Shadow gets in there? I'm actually very curious if Eminence and Shadow will get in there. Is Eminence and Shadow even recognized by any big publications or content creators? I just don't see anybody talking about Eminence and Shadow, even though it's very successful. Well, yeah, because on High Dive, nobody knows about it. Just Giga actually talks about it. Has Nux talked about it? Nux doesn't even watch Mushoku Tensei, but he watches Eminence and Shadow? Are you serious? That's weird. That dude will not sit down and watch Masako, but he'll watch Eminence and Shadow. Weird. I personally don't watch Nux because I sadly can't take his voice, but I think he's good. That's the only reason. Nothing personal. I seen somebody popped up a video recently that he watched it, but it was like some guy talking about the story, and it wasn't him actually watching it. Yeah, we are getting an art direction and cinematography award. Yes, let's talk about that. Can't wait to see what they pick to go into art direction and cinematography. It'll probably be the same damn list for both of them. Dude, legit, if art direction and cinematography categories come up, and it's legit the same list in both of them, like Jujutsu Kaisen and stuff like that, I'm gonna throw something. I need to do a live reaction recording of my looking through the list, like we did last time. I think that'll be great. Yeah, the video I seen was him just basically responding to a video somebody made talking about the story. That would be good to have Akiba Made War get at least music. I mean, there's a lot of things that Akiba Made War could do, but again, I think it's just so niche and high dive, it kind of hurts it. But yeah, for fall, I'll be curious to see if at least these 4 get in there. I'll be curious to see if Blue Lock gets anything as well. But for sure, Spy Family is going to be in the list. Maybe Mob Psycho. I'd be very curious if Chainsaw Man gets into anything, despite the popularity of it, just because I think the negativity around it kind of hurt a lot. But my biggest curiosity is going to be Boshi the Rock. How much did this stick in the mind of the judges? I mean, people in our Discord can't shut up about it, so I'm sure there's other groups that can't forget about it either. To Eternity, no chance. No chance at all, unfortunately. I don't think it made much of a splash the second time around. What else? Let's look at Winter. I hate that I can't just click on a Winter up here. Because I already have the next season, or the next year. Oh, Vinland Saga. I forgot about Vinland Saga. I don't see really. I mean, this if they have a comedy romance section for sure. This is a sad one. Does Bungo ever get in any anime awards? Have we ever seen Bungo Stray Dogs in the anime awards? I don't think it's even... I mean, I could probably check the win list, but I don't think it's ever even been nominated. Did we hit 19? Did we hit 19? Did 19. Nice. Thank you guys so much. But thanks, Donald. I'm glad my stuff can help you get through your work days. Appreciate the support, man. Winter was relatively weak, and Onimai was going to be popular on the awards. Yeah, like, Winter was great because we had Bungo Stray Dogs, we had Vinland Saga, Onimai. But other than that, Magi Revo. Wasn't Magi Revo Winter too? Where the hell is Magi Revo? Saito-san was fantastic as well. Danmachi was fantastic. Yeah, that's Magi Revo. Magi Revo was huge. There's like a handful of good shows, but yeah, Winter was bad because this was another like 70 show season. 80,000 Goal was fantastic. Tsundere Lisa-Lot was great. Tsunene was freaking phenomenal. Apparently, Tsurune is better than Onimai, according to Earthly. Even though it took him, like, what, 4 before he finally said the name Tsurune? He said Handyman, he said High Card, he said Magirevo, and then he said Tsurune. But apparently Tsurune is better than Onimai. Yeah, this one was good, too. The Sacrificial Prince. No, that's not Sacrificial Princess. That's the hell's the name of this show? Tale of Outcasts. Holy crap. It gets weird towards the later part, but it was good. You know what? Now that I think about it, Oni might not be the top 5 show. You're so mean. Oh yeah, that's right. We had the I'm a doggy show. That's technically up there. That's why I use live chart. What does live chart do? Anime of the year. Inukai-san's dog, yes. I mean, yeah, it's a solid season, but yeah, there's a lot of blah. What was summer? Let's check summer, and then I'm gonna call it a night. My Happy Family, Mushoku, Jujutsu Kaisen. I wonder if Zombieland, you know, Zom 100 is gonna be on there, and it's not even finished, but it'll probably be in the Anime Awards. Can it be eligible though? Don't they have a stipulation that it has to end? I seem to remember it had a stipulation that it had to end, or at least when I was doing judging, they had to end. Well, no, because they've done Jujutsu Kaisen before, and Jujutsu Kaisen was a 2-core when I was judging for it. And so unless they added it recently, it might be now. Yeah, they might have had that stipulation now because I think it has to. No, I think it says it has to air within that time frame, because they've had several 2-core shows go in the next year and be eligible. So, yeah, summer was weak. I agree. Okay, I think summer was weak. There was like a few really good shows in here, but there was like a lot of not good show. I mean, like the 2 Gohan shows definitely kept me entertained. Undead Girl Murderfires kind of fell apart. Bungo Stray Dogs was amazing. Dark Gathering carried. Help carried. But a lot of this stuff is kind of okay. Yeah, Mia's hair is fluffy. Mia Dayo. Mia Dayo. That freaking scene in the bedroom. Mia Dayo. Masterful Cat was amazing. I missed that show, actually. Yeah, 7 Spellblades is a disappointment. I haven't even finished it. I legit have like 2 more episodes queued up. I haven't even finished it. Bang Dream was actually a surprise. Gene of AI had like 2 good episodes. 2 really good episodes. Yeah, Masterful... David. It's such a good show. I miss having it. A good show to sleep to. I hope you mean that by the fact that it's super wholesome that you can fall asleep to it. I loved it though. But, I mean, Agenta, that's technically to my point. It was not a diss. So it's super wholesome. It's warm and it makes you go to... I get it. But that's a good point, Agenta. And that, I mean, that's just like our community. We like to make a lot of categories. We don't like to make dumb categories that don't have anything that you can attribute to it. But I like having as like I told Crunchyroll many times, make as many categories as you can. Make the stupidest categories just to get as long as you can categorize like 5 shows to it. Make as many categories as you can. Because what that does is it allows people to kind of fit in all these odd shows and not just be a bunch of Jujutsu Kaisen categories. When you have, you know, say, show with the best cats, yeah, then you can have Masterful Cat put into that category and maybe anything else that you might have fine cats in it. Best remake of a show from 2000. That's not specific enough. Try a month as well, Earthly. Yeah, I can see that. David and I can also attribute it to the fact that a lot of the judges aren't going to watch enough stuff to be able to do that as well. But see, Crunchyroll Wars doesn't feel professional because its voting system is driven by trending on Twitter. Literally, the whole voting system is already diluted by the fact that you can hashtag them 50 times a day and get more votes. So at least you might as well... And granted, what I'm saying is completely counter to them. They don't want to have a lot of categories because they don't want to have a ton of shows they have to get licensed for. So it makes sense that they're never going to do it. Yes, Seismic, and you can legit play off of that. When they introduce it, they could say, now it's time for the next category. Cats. See? I'm making the cringe for them. They can use that cringe when they get on the stage, and everybody will be cringed by it. But no, I mean, it could be like, shoot, put it in there for best couple. Why not? Yeah, Clueless vs. Friend was really super cute. Plus, it had Roxy as the Seiyu, and that gives bonus points from me. Best title, Tokyo Mew 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 Mew. Oh yeah, Dangers in My Heart, dude. If Dangers in My Heart doesn't get any sort of recognition, any semblance of hope I have for the Crunchyroll Awards will be snuffed out. I don't have much left, but if Dangers doesn't get recognized... When was Dangers? Was that winter too? Or was that... That was spring. It's spring, isn't it? Yeah, spring. Am I just scrolling past it, or is it... Or is it an ONA? ONA? I'm scrolling past it, aren't I? Am I in summer? I thought I was in spring. I hate that I can't click to it. Whap, whap, whap. Oh, I forgot. Spring was stacked. I forgot that spring was stacked. I mean, these are obviously going to be in the Crunchyroll Anime Awards, but Oshinoko, Heavenly Delusion, Dr. Stone, Skip and Loafer, Insomniacs After School, Dangers in My Heart. Yeah, that was a good season. Ranking of Kings. Elf. U149, that won't get any recognition, obviously. But yeah, Dangers was a big standout for me here. Holy crap, dude. If this doesn't get any recognition, screw the Anime Awards. But yeah, Heavenly Delusion, I would hope, but I don't think so either. I don't think Heavenly Delusion is going to get much attention either. It's probably going to fall like with Summertime Render. We're just going to go in obscurity. U149 for the Momoka Award. The other Bochi anime. Yeah, I'd be curious if with Kaguya if that'll get attention too. Yeah, winter's gonna be insane because we're gonna be still having Apothecary Diaries. We're gonna have Frieren. Shoot, you guys are getting me sidetracked here. So we're gonna have Frieren, Apothecary Diaries, Soul Leveling, Tsukimichi. Next, Danger My Heart season. Holy crap, that's 5 already right there. I feel like winter is gonna be painful to get through. Oh yeah, High Card's coming back. Yeah, Ragna Crimson's continuing. I forgot. Thank you, Earthly. Yeah, the Obsessed with Magical Girls. I forgot about that. Yes, that's coming out. Sengoku, hopefully they don't butcher another one of this guy's works. White Fox, please. White Fox, can you please? Satoshi right here. This guy right here. He got wronged. He got massively wronged right here. Can you please handle Sengoku with care? Please? This is supposed to be a full adaptation, too. Yes, apparently Tsukimichi Season 2 is happening. And no, it's not that other show. Yeah, Biscuit Hammer, I give at some point, I was like, I'm just going to read the manga whenever I have time. Yeah, Planet With is amazing. Yes, Planet With, they did a good job on that one. It was an extreme, it was pretty much my introduction to this guy. Planet With is amazing. Highly, highly recommend that show. Anyways, I'm gonna call it. I've been sitting for too long. At least my mouth finally stopped being dry. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go and order a microphone because Earthly's making fun of my microphone again. But again, I appreciate it. Again, Noah and Earthly, you guys. Again, it means a lot to me, guys, supporting the channel. Even though you're doing it just at each other, I know that part of that is wanting to support the stream, and I really appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Even though I already bother Earthly to mod my Mushoku Mondays, and so I should be paying him instead. But wait for Black Friday days. You'll think I'll actually have Black Friday deal for those? I guess I could. I just gotta make sure to do it by the end of the year. But yeah, I thank you guys so much for dropping by. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream itself. I'm gonna live stream on the regular again. I'm gonna try. I do want to do a best girl. Not sure if I'll do it next week, but I'll talk about it in the chats about it more. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Again, tomorrow will be Frieren and Ark Knights as usual. I'll be doing videos on those. I'm super hyped for Frieren tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys so much for dropping by. Y'all have a good one.